Hello, everyone. Sorry, we're a little bit late uh, this evening. Tonight's drink of will be sparkling ice caffeine watermelon lemonade flavor. I'm not sponsored by Sparkling Ice, but if Sparkling Ice would like to sponsor me, I would happily take a sponsorship from Sparkling Ice. Just just a couple of 12 packs a month, and then all of my videos can be sponsored by Sparkling Caffeine. Uh, I had, I'll probably talk about this earlier today. Like I mentioned it to everybody else who's going to show up here eventually, supposedly. Uh, my wife woke me up and said, "Hey, the internet's out." Now that sounds horrible. Like, why did my wife have to wake me up to tell me the internet's out? Um, so I usually get up between 8:30, 9 o'clock. My wife gets up a little bit early. She was working from home today. Just said, "Hey, internet's not working." So I got up, did the standard things of unplug, plug in, the things that you know how to, like most people know how to do. Um, and nothing, reset my router, reset my modem, nothing. So I go to their website. Um, Nothing. There's um, no information whatsoever about the outage or anything along those lines. And it was just one of those things where, they're trying to get it fixed, but they don't know what to do. Um, Went through the whole 9 yards, but it was down from like eight. It was down for like 8.5 hours. The internet was, and of course they're getting slammed. Um, People, but it's one of those things that's completely out of your control, and it is weird. Hey, Cookie, it is weird when like people are just losing their minds over it. I can remember years ago when I there was an internet issue. It was the same company that we have now. And I remember I was like, and so we didn't have internet for like about the same time, like a 6, 7 hours type thing. And it was a situation. Hey, Scott. It was a situation where I was like, well, can I get a refund for the time that I didn't have my internet? And they just laughed at me. I mean, just
What
like literally
what's
just
your
laughed at me.
what's your monthly fee?
Well, that's kind of a personal question. I don't know. I mean, it's not cheap. I mean,
Yeah, what
honestly,
is it, $100 a month or something?
yeah, around there, a little bit more, I think.
The
But yeah.
1/30th of a hundred
So
dollars.
they basically said the same thing. It was like, oh,
$3.
so you lost like 8 hours. You lost a third of one day of your service. So you want a refund for that? And that's their canned response. Like, as that customer service person, they've had that request multiple times, and so that's just their, oh, okay, well, you want that
Part
$2.78.
of their script.
I mean, no, we'll happily give you that $2.78. And I remember I wanted to crawl through it was like it had nothing, it's not the fact that we didn't have it for 8 hours. It's like it's the fact that I wasn't able to do business for that period of time. So like how much of my business, it's like, well, and then I remember I told the guy, well, I get paid blah 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 an hour.
$100 an hour.
Yeah, I get, and I couldn't do work for eight,
Yeah,
so I
so
lost
800
out.
hours.
I lost,
Eight
so
hundred dollars.
so could I have $800? And of course, the guy was
Right.
like,
No, no,
the
whatever.
guy, the guy was like basically probably doing this, on the other end of the phone, telling me to go sit
We're
in
in
this
a
man.
we're in a I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Europe has so many consumer protections. We have none of that.
None.
None. Keith
And it
just
was,
left, by the way. Keith was visiting.
oh, that's nice.
Keith Collins. We were doing a
A
little
little
pinball con,
pinball.
little pinball, little board game.
So here's the thing. They did share that it was like it's not us, right? They said it was like
Oh,
a
sorry, I
third a
interrupted you.
third party, like a third party like thing, right? So they're going through somebody else's fiber to get the service to this area, that kind of thing, right? And and so they're like, we're working hand in hand with this person to like, get this fixed or whatever. And which is fine, whatever. It's not them, but it's still they they purchased their service through that company. So, it's still their responsibility, right? But somebody like I saw, of course, there's on Facebook, people are just tearing this thing apart. And somebody said, why do you have a single point of failure for this? Why do you have no redundancy? Why if like this one spot doesn't work anymore, all of a
Because you're a
sudden,
cheap internet provider.
no,
I mean, if it's a sublet of a what's the main backbone?
yeah, I don't know.
AT&T, Verizon, one of the three. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. To be completely fair, I mean, this happens once every year and a half,
Yeah,
something like this, you
right.
know, and you just kind
Well,
of grit your
that's
teeth.
common airport mode.
Yeah, you grit your teeth and you get through it, and then you move on with your life. It sure is annoying, though. I'm just going to say that.
Is that your
Sure.
grievance?
No, I mean it's not really even a grievance. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I
Grievance
could
only.
I could respond to a lot of emails with my phone, and so it wasn't like I was like completely not able to work. There was just a lot of stuff that's easier to do.
Yeah. You could
I
also
mean,
tether your laptop.
yeah. One of the things that was like
We've done that
annoying.
before.
Well, one of the annoying things for me was that it was like, oh, it's like my wife just said, well, I'm going into work, right? But like I was like, well, I was like, huh, I could go to, freaking, I was like sitting there thinking, it's like, well, I could go to, uh, I could like go to a coffee shop or something like that, or
Yeah, I got
like,
Wi-Fi.
but one, I have a laptop, but I haven't used it really for anything in years, because I do all my work on my desktop. And then two, I was like, well, the people are already complaining. It's like, oh yeah, I went to whatever, and their wife, because they get their internet through, as well. So, it's just one of those things where it's it's just dumb. I mean, the whole thing was dumb, but and then the ultimately, what's the biggest thing that sucks about it? I wasn't able to make a quiz. I was like, oh, I've got a good idea for a quiz, and
A
I'll have
bummer.
to I'll have to make that, and then I said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. It'll take me like 45 minutes to put it together. And I was like, so I just never really had a chance. I got initials, but I mean, yeah, it's a bummer, man.
That's a bummer.
But oh well,
So I have two grievances.
lay them
Not
on
one,
me.
but two. So my AC, the I mean, it's
Oh
minor, but
man, the AC in your house. This has just been an ongoing thing with you.
wait, did I complain about it last week?
No, in the past you've complained about your air
Oh, I have, but
conditioning quite a
yes.
bit. Yes.
So, um, the day Keith came into town, I woke up in the middle of the night, sweating. And I'm like, what is going on? And I go look at the thermostat, and it's like 80. 80 is
Oh.
kind of we keep it at like 76 or lower sometimes. But I was like, oh no, AC's dying. And I'm like, so I message my guy that I work with the AC, and I said, hey, in the middle of the night, by the way, this is such a jerk. I should not have messaged him. I think it was like 2 a.m.
Mm.
And I said, hey, I think our AC's down. Can you first thing tomorrow? Can you, when you say tomorrow after 2 a.m., it means that day. But I go, can you message the AC guys to come out and like check things out? Because I think the AC has died in the middle of the
Yeah,
night.
yeah. I'll
So
do. Yeah,
what I
easily.
did with it was still running. Like it was all like the lights were on and like it was all, you know, saying it was doing stuff. I turned it off and then I turned it on again. Turn it off and turn it on. That's my first line of defense.
Well, yeah. I
So I
mean, what
reset
else can
it,
you? What else are you gonna do?
and then within an hour it started cooling again. Right.
Oh.
So I was like, maybe hold off on the service call, because I'm gonna pay like a couple $100, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold off
Mm-hmm.
on that. So I messaged him that morning and I said, hold up, it's working now. And of course, Keith comes, right, on Saturday. And
Yeah.
Michelle is gone, by the way. Is out of town. She's in Copenhagen now. And I wake up on Saturday morning and everything's working great. Keith comes into town and we have game day and everything. It was really fun. And then I notice like I feel like something's not working. Like I feel like the temperature's going. I'm like I look at the thermostat, it's like it's going up. I'm like, oh my God, it's doing it again. So I basically messaged the AC people, can you come out, see if you can fix it. Same thing. I reset it again and it started working again. So it's like this weird, like it's not dead. Like it is cooling, but it's doing something where it's shutting itself off. So by the way, they didn't come around till Monday, of course, right? Because they don't really do service calls on Sunday. And I had
Mm-hmm.
gone through this a couple times now with Keith. I was like resetting it. We would make it through the night. And by the way, on Sunday night or Saturday night at 3 a.m., our power went out. And so my alarms all go off because there's a dead battery in the alarm system, which good way to know. Hey, thanks for letting me know that the battery's dead in the alarm system.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
have to go around the whole house and like turn off all the alarms. And I don't really know how to do it. So I'm kind of like fumbling with like looking up things online. Like, how do I turn off the alert alarm? Like, and it's loud, right? It's not the full alarm, like the blah, like a million decibels.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
beeping. So I do that in the middle of the night. Keith is oblivious. He doesn't know. And, wake up Sunday morning and I'm like, I wrote to my AC people and they're like, okay, we'll be out tomorrow. We'll come out and fix and look at, or no, did they come out on Sunday? No, they did not come out on Sunday. They came out on Monday. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got to blow the pipes because it's backing like the condensate. You know what condensate is?
Yeah.
It's backing up and shutting off it's turning things off. It's like saying, it's trying to like not overflow.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, oh God, we just did this. I feel like I just did this, right? Which I think if I go back a year, it probably is. Is 1 year like that much condensate built up? I don't know. But anyway, I'm like, okay, fine, do it. They do it. It's several hours of work. And they leave. Me and Keith are hanging. And I I told Keith, I'm like, is it getting warm in here? And I look at the thermometer and it's back up again. And I'm like, what the hell? So I call the guys out again. I called them like immediately. I'm like, hey, can you come back? Because I think that's not really taking whatever you did is not working.
Whatever you did, it
Whatever
didn't
you
do a
did.
damn
Because I
thing.
have like, isn't it crazy how clueless we are with this stuff?
It's
And by the
ridiculous.
way, it's been 100 every day for past several weeks. So my electric bill is through the roof. Anyway, so they come back out again. They check everything, reset it again. Oh, the power going off in the middle of the night also knocked out one of the units, so I couldn't get it restarted. Like it was just blank, like a screen blank. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it's just endless amounts of problems. So Monday or Tuesday, me and Keith are hanging at the house again,
Hmm.
and we're playing board games. And I'm like, is the fucking air conditioning off again? I'm like, it is. So I call them again and I'm like, hey, it's happening again, because we're making it through the night, right? Like we're getting like 8 to 10 hours of like use out of it before it shuts off again. I said, hey, it stopped again. Can you come out and check it? And so the big boss guy, and I call him Hervé. His name is Hervé, like French. I guess I used to call him Herve, but it's Hervé. He comes out and he's got the thickest accent, so I have to like really focus on him when he's talking. You ever talk to a really really thick, heavily accented French person?
I mean, yes, yes, I have.
And I'm
Riddle
just
by
like,
duty.
yeah, and you're like, they say their thing, and I have to like internally translate. And I'm like, oh, he finally comes out, and he's very incredibly smart guy with all this air conditioning stuff. And he goes, oh, it looks like the wires are kind of messed up inside the unit. I'm like, what? Like what happened?
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't really know, and there's no answer. And I'm like, okay, he rewired it. I'm like, Cool. Would you do resolder everything? Like it's so crazy. Anyway, since he did that yesterday, Tuesday, it's been good. I'm like, knock on 3 pieces of wood, please. Because holy crap, man, it's 100 this week, and it's going to 109 next week.
Ugh. Did you see the report that said that July was the hottest month on record in the United States since they started recording the
Recording
temperatures
temperatures.
in
Oh my God.
1885 or something like that? It's the hottest July of all time, hottest month ever. Yeah. Anyway, so think about that. We're burning our
I mean,
atmosphere.
and it's 109 next week in Dallas. Like I looked at the forecast and it's all hundreds. And then it's like 103, 104, 106, 109. I'm like, what?
My mom
I,
just texted me. My mother just texted me. I talked to the manager of Sparklight, and I know all the answers to why the cable was out today. Thanks, Mom. Um,
anyway,
uh,
so that's my first grievance. Anyway,
yeah.
it's all good now. I think I'm good. But I really hate dealing with the I feel like my AC is just endless amounts of problems.
I have a minor grievance. It's not really even a grievance or whatever. It's just another burr in my saddle of things to take care of kind of thing with like I don't have enough to worry about. Um, the when we had our hailstorm and like end of June, um we had roof damage. The insurance adjuster came out. They were like, "Yep, you got to get a new roof. Here's the check we'll give you to get a new roof." The whole thing. These that's a good soda. That is it.
I'm not loving it though.
Oh, really?
I'm not
I
loving it.
really like
It's
it.
something there's something in here, and sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but there was something in here that I'm like, what is that flavor? I don't like.
I don't know. I
No,
really
I'm
like
not a
it.
fan.
It's because it's just a it's like got a weird tang
It's
to it
weird.
that I
It's
like.
weird.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Um,
eh.
anyway, no, so, but no, it's just like, so there's all these people that come to my door saying, "Hey, has anybody, have you talked to your insurance company? Have you done this, that, the other thing?" Just asking me all these questions. And I was just like, and then, you know, so finally after I talked to my insurance company, they're like, "Yep, you need to have somebody come out, contractor come out and do it." So I called a couple of the people that had come to my house, gave me a card or whatever, stuff like that. And like one of the companies, they're like, I can be out there, tomorrow, and I can take a look. And so I was like, cool. And then the first company that actually came out and looked at me like, yeah, you're gonna need, the insurance. You're gonna have to have your insurance company come out and take a look at this. And so then I called them first, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll get back to you. And then like there was one guy who came out and his quote was a little bit higher than the two guys that came out to take a look, and they're like, "This is what it'll cost to fix it." And I was like, "Okay," and I'm trying to figure out what deductible and everything else. We're trying to, just like because I mean, obviously you want somebody who's going to actually do a good job, but you also don't want to pay too much out of pocket, kind of thing. So I'm looking around, and it's just and then the first guy that came to my house and he said, "Do you mind if I take a look at the roof?" And I was like, "Go ahead." And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like pointing, he took pictures and he's pointing to all like the hail. You can actually see where the hail hit and like basically shattered like the shingles because the shingles are it's a 19-year-old house and the shingles are 19 years old. And he's just like, and then so but I called them and they were like, yeah, it's like, hey, and when your insurance company comes out, let me know. I'll be here and I'll be talk with your insurance company when they're here. Like I mean, I was like, I like being here when the insurance. So like if we have a discrepancy between what we think and so on and so forth. Well, that guy didn't show up when the insurance. I was like, that's fine, whatever. And then the uh the one company, I said they're like, hey, it's like we can get the contract signed, I can get people out there. And I was like, you're kind of pushing me right now. I just like, can you just give me a little breathing room, And I was just like, he was like texting me on the weekend. I was like, yeah, I'm like this weekend, man. I'm not thinking about this right now. I don't want to
Right.
deal with this. And he's like, I understand, it's like, sorry if I'm pushy, I just want to get you on the schedule, and because we can get your roof banged out in a day, and if you need, if it's something else, whatever. So, um, my mom just texted me, said, uh, there was a contractor who cut the main fiber going to my cable company on the east side of Minneapolis. It cut all internet that my company provides in Minnesota and North Dakota. So that contractor's fired. Just like, that guy's looking for a job now. That could be a girl. I shouldn't be prejudiced. Um anyway, uh so I finally like picked a company, and I was just like, okay, got on the schedule. And finally, like literally an hour after I signed the digital contract to say, cool, put me on the schedule, let's get it done. The first company calls me and it's like, hey, sorry I've been so long in getting back to you. And I was just like, yeah, I already hired somebody. He's like, well, why'd you do that? I was like, dude, I like called you like 3 times, asked you to come out, like you said you wanted to come out when the insurance company was here. Called you twice, asking you to come out and give me a quote. You never got back to me, and he's just like, well, I just really feel like, you're not going to get the best roof for your money without. I was like, well, it's a little late now, man. I've already signed the contract. And the guy was all put out by it. And I was just like, dude, you suck. Don't try to make me feel bad for you not answering your emails or getting on the horn. It's not like I'm gonna call him up and like call his boss and say, you guys just lost 10 grand because of this dickhole. But I mean, I was also like, don't try to make me feel bad. So that annoyed me. That, and I went to Costco on a Saturday, and I will never do that again, ever. I went there. There was
Oh,
like,
really? It's very busy.
yeah, there was like, I had to get there was like 3 things I needed. And I was like, there's a dog food they sell that doesn't have any chicken or beef in it. And you can buy a big giant 40-pound bag for like $36. And because one of my dogs is allergic to chicken and beef, so we have to watch what she eats. And so it's like, so we went out, and so I buy this big giant bag, and then we needed the toilet paper, the big Costco Kirkland toilet paper that they sell for cheap. And then what was the third thing? Oh, the third thing was like oh man, I don't remember what the third thing was now. I think it was just like it was bread, because you can get cheap bread there.
You
But
ever get
anyway,
Instacart?
no. Hey Jerry. Um
Lance.
no, so I was trying to get all that taken care of, but man, there were so many freaking people there. It was just
Why?
it was
That's why I
Looney
don't.
Tunes.
I just don't like to go. I pay someone to go. You
I
pay them
guess
a tip, and then they do the shopping for you.
I think I think I was I'm a I guess I'm just like one of those grumpy do it yourself guys, like I don't want to pay somebody to do it.
How long did it take you to go shopping? How
It
many
doesn't
hours?
matter. It was too
Okay,
long.
I'm just
It was
trying to
too
the
long.
justification.
I
The
know,
tip is
I know
only a
what
few
you're doing,
percentage of
but
your
I can
total.
go there and I can pick the thing I want and I can be done,
Okay,
and it's a
fine.
process, and the I mean, the
I used to
quintessential
do that.
moment, for me was when, it's kind of like when after you deal with the zoo of Costco, and you get checked out, and you got your receipt to prove to the people that you bought the stuff as you're
Do you
walking
get
out.
like do you like to be treated like a criminal on these at these places?
Let me
Just out of curiosity.
just let me finish
Do
my
you feel that
story.
way? Do you feel
Let
that
me
way,
finish
or
my
is it just
story.
me?
Let me
Do you
finish
feel
my
like you're
story.
being treated like a criminal when you walk out of a
I
store like that?
I think it is. Well, I got a story about that. So I got my receipt that's
All
like
right,
got
I'll
like the 3 things on it,
stop
but
talking then.
it's a reward. Like you get through and you're like, oh, now I can go get a hot dog and a soda for $1.50. That's my reward. I can get a hot dog and a soda. And I was like, you know what? I don't want the hot dog, but I could go for a tall iced fountain soda right now. And you know what? My wife's at home. I'm gonna get her one of those strawberry sundaes that they have, and I was like, I can get in the car and I can race home and it'll be fun. and like literally the kiosk is just surrounded like bees, people trying to get up to do the checkout. And finally one opens up and I start walking for it and just zip, this person just zips right in front of me. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's just like literally I've been standing here for like 10 minutes and like you didn't see me standing like 4 feet behind the other person that just finished their order, and now you just think, oh, it's free now. And of course, the person that got in front of me, it wasn't like somebody like, give me the hot dog and the soda, give me the cookies, and I'm out. It was like, hmm, what are my options here? What could I possibly get at the did I want the chicken bake that nobody ever orders whatsoever ever? No, you get the slice of pizza, you get the soda and the hot dog, or you get the cookies. That's what, or you get the soft serve ice cream. That's what you get. And it's just, I mean, it was like literally going through, looking up the menu on top. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was just fucking just raging at that point. Anyway, yeah, no, never again. Never going to
Sounds like
Costco
a
on a
good time.
Saturday. No,
You
no.
could have paid $20 to somebody to go to do
If
your delivery,
if
by
I
the
go
way.
to Costco, if I no, see, I feel so stupid for doing that. But if I go to Costco, I will go because I did get over Christmas. I got suckered into buying the executive membership.
I got that.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
you get you one every quarter you get like cash back on what you bought. They send you a check that has like it's like, oh, you spent X, and it's like 3% or 4%. I don't remember the
Spend
percent.
$10,000. Here's your $40.
Yeah. So, but it's free, but it's money, right? It's money, and it's like, and technically, if you go there enough, the extra for the executive pays for itself. They give you a check. You can't cash the check because you can't go to the bank and cash it. But what you can do is you can go to Costco, and like, say your check was like for $40, you could buy a thing for $5. You can hand them the check, and they give you the $35. They'll give you. It isn't like they reduce it by a certain amount. They will actually hand you the cash for the difference. But and also, depending on the day, you either get an hour or a half hour of shopping at Costco with only executive level members are there. The peasants have to
Wait,
wait
what?
patiently before they can come in.
What?
Yeah, that's how I found out about it because like
So you're
literally I
paying to
had
have exclusive access to Costco?
well, but also the cash back. But so I didn't
I-
know. So like literally, I
Sure.
I had to buy something. It was over
But what?
Christmas. It was a Christmas
Okay.
gift. I was like, I gotta buy this thing for my wife. It's at Costco, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna buy it. So I got up and I drove there and I saw, oh, they open at 9. So I'll go there. I walk. It was like 9:05. There's like 7 cars in the parking lot. Like, sweet. This is sweet. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna just get the one thing I
You're gonna
need, and I'm gonna
shop
leave. Yeah,
shop the hell out of that Costco.
oh man, I'm gonna do Costco dirty. And I walk in and I boop my thing and I start walking by and the lady's like, oh, sir, actually, this is only the executive hour right now. You're not allowed to shop until that's over. And I was like, when is it over? It's like, it's over at 10. I was like, it was like 9:07. And I was like, what is the, it's like, well,
Oh,
you can get the executive right now if you want. And I was like, and it's like, and it's prorated because you've only got 4 months left on this year's membership. So it only costs you whatever it was, like 28.75 or whatever the heck it was to like get it for the rest of your membership year if you want to do that. And I was like, yeah, okay, you got me. I was just like,
so
fine.
you did pay for your hour of wasted time. You could have waited an hour and saved
But
what, $40
I have used that
or whatever it
executive
was.
hour many, many times. And it is man, when you
So
pull
you
into
are willing to
Costco,
pay for
if you want
convenience,
if you
right? You
what
prove
is
the
it with
point.
you?
You prove the.
You
I'm
just
just
gotta
saying, you could
grind
just
it on
call. You
me.
could just go Instacart and never leave the house, like me.
So I can't. I can do Instacart for like certain things, but I can't stand the thought of other people picking out my produce or like stuff from the butcher because they're
They
gonna
send you
do it
photos.
wrong.
They send you photos.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, but it's not the same as looking at it. I mean,
it
Okay.
isn't like
Sure, fair enough.
so
Fair enough.
anything in a
But I mean,
box
you
or
know,
can,
I don't really
whatever,
order
it's fine.
that much, like what you're talking. I order like bananas, and I say, please send me the pictures of the bananas you're about to pick up. That's all I have to ask. And this
Wayne,
mail
I made banana bread today. It's very good.
With bananas you selected.
Yes.
Yes.
Wayne Kruger just
So
said,
much tastier.
I love my executive membership. Always go super early, and I get in and out. You get like 5% cash back on all you spend during the year. I love it.
I wish a Costco that was close to me. It's not close to me.
Well, we're so bougie. We have a
There's a
Sam's
Sam's
Club
Club down the
membership.
street.
We have a Sam's Club and a Costco membership. We're
Oh,
so
no.
bougie. Yeah.
Yeah, double.
I have like 3 Costco's 20 minutes in different directions from me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still
Isn't it weird that
remember.
Dallas? I'm in Dallas and don't have a Costco near me.
I think it was
Crazy.
PAX. I think it was PAX Unplugged 2 or 3 years ago. But I remember it was like we went there and we had to get something, and then there was like we were like, let's go get some groceries, and I was just like, well, there's a Costco right over here. I thought that was I'd like some bean counter somewhere. I was like, wait a minute, this guy always goes to the Fargo Costco. What the hell is he doing in Philadelphia? You know, your membership gets you in there
Right.
as well. Yeah, I always think that's like I said back when Redbox was still a thing. I don't think Redbox is a thing anymore.
I don't think it is.
But I always
Who has
wanted.
DVD players?
Well, we actually busted out an old DVD player today because people wanted to watch movies or watch TV, but there was no TV because we had no internet. Got the old PlayStation 4 up and running. No, I wanted to like get a Redbox movie and then like fly to Dallas for BGG Con and then find a Redbox in Dallas and put the Redbox in there so people would be like, wait a minute, this was rented at like 9 a.m. in Fargo, and then 5 hours later, it was returned in Dallas. You know, somebody's they'll make some guy's little stats. You know, whatever. It would be weird. That dumb want, but I always thought that'd be cool. Now they don't exist anymore. But I remember, man, Redbox was actually pretty awesome back in
I
the
use
day.
them all the time.
Yeah, I remember when the
Never
kids were young, it would be one of those things where it's like, let's get a movie, and we would go to Redbox. And like I remember going to the Redbox website and you'd search and you could find out where the movies were and like you could rent it before when you with your membership and you'd just go in there and like you'd scan the credit or debit card that you use to rent it and you go up there and it was like, wait 1 moment, we'll have your movies for you. But I remember, oh, that's a good memory, actually. I like that. We'd always like, and the kids would like, I want to get that one. Let's get the cartoon about the frog or whatever. Good memories. Now, nothing. It's all over, but all over the shouting. Kids are too old. But anyway, anybody else have a grievance? Anything else that's been bugging them lately?
I do have another one, but I will defer.
You will defer? Okay.
I mean, if somebody else has a grievance.
I'll say this. We had our very first ever playtest of like open like playtest with people that aren't Jerry, Josh, and I thought it went well on Tuesday. We lost horribly. Everybody was so angry at each other, and they were punching each other and insulting each other. That circle the drain aspect of when everybody gets way too upset or way too hurt, and then everything just devolves into madness and people with broken backs. So, but everybody seemed to have fun. So there's that.
Good.
Yeah.
I had a TPK at my local battle stations game this weekend, and there's always one guy who says, it's too hard. You got to fix that. And everybody, and I get a TPK maybe once or twice a year. You know, it's not built for that. But if you don't have that as a possibility, then you're just sort of doing kabuki theater, and we're going to dance along until you hand us the treasure, you know? So anyway, I killed everybody, and most everybody was happy with it. One guy wasn't, and he's still okay with it.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I think it's cool when things
like, when things go wrong. Or
it
people
is. If
want to win
if you
every game
succeed
they ever
every
play.
single time, that's
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah, like it's a co-op game, right?
Yeah.
This is really cool. This is the fantasy rule set from the people that made Mothership at Tuesday Night Games.
Ah,
I don't think I'd ever run a campaign with this, but I would absolutely run a fantasy like one shot, because the game's just really brutal. It's um a lot of pain and misery, but a lot of fun stuff, a lot of cool stuff. Like um when you get reduced to 0 hit points, you don't necessarily die. Like depending upon your role, you make a save, and if you make the save, um Godfather Death appears and gives you a bargain. And it's like, what is it worth for you to live? And there's like all these horrible things that you can partake. And it's mandatory that you have two characters at all times, because just because you'll die, and then your second character, just because the whole idea is this world is covered in fog, and there's um very little safe spots, except for, like, there's these towers you can do they see? There isn't one on the cover of this. There was the main picture of it. Well, I guess you can see one. Like, there's these
I see
these
the
these
lighthouse.
yeah, they can there's these fog towers that are just like, that have these burning lights, and big horns that basically let people know that where they are. But if oh yeah, you can see one there in this picture right there. Ah, there.
Yep.
If you can make it to one of those, like, you are safe. You cannot be attacked, but there's a rule that, like, no violence can occur when you're there. But anyway, the whole point is that everybody is full of full of despair and angst, and nobody's happy, and things are just going bad constantly. So, uh, but yeah, I know I read the rules. It's pretty good. Yeah, but I could never see myself ready. There's a lot of things. I think one thing that D&D does, and will always do better than any other, like, conventional RPG that's out there, is it the leveling. Like, there's tons of games out there, but they've never got the leveling down as well as D&D does. Like, I got enough experience, I got another level, and I'm better now. Like, I grow. All kinds of games out there, they have all kinds of things like, oh, if you're not enough skill points, you can get another skill, or you get enough, whatever, you can buy one of these attributes that can do it. And that, yeah, you get better, but it's never it never feels as rewarding as when, like, it's like, oh, okay, how much experience points do we get for this session? Oh, you got like 3,700. Yes, I made it to sixth level. I mean, it's just like, it's one of those things where it just isn't the same. It's like, because you get that giant chunk where it's like, boom, I get more hit points, my saving throws are better, I get more spells. You feel there's that before we knew what dopamine was, that was giving us that dopamine when we got that level. Whereas, like, games like GURPS, where it was like, oh, you get more skill points, you can use it to buy a better, you can improve your axe skill from 5 to 6. Isn't that awesome? It's just like, no, no, it's not nearly as cool as everything else. Can I ever get more hit points? No. Just
Yeah.
like,
Well, I think part of that is that you grew up on D&D, and so that's your native language. So that's what feels right. Because there's other games that accelerate the process, and other games that drag. But D&D is sort of what you grew up with. Just like if you grew up speaking French, then French would feel right.
I mean, I believe there is absolutely something to that, right? Like, familiarity breeds,
Comfort.
comfort, right? But I also think that it is one of the things that D&D got right, and it
Yeah.
still gets right, and gets better. Yeah, I mean, I played Rollmaster, I played Shadowrun, I played MERP, I played Paranoia. I mean, I played dozens of different, uh you know game systems, and but you still go back to that. It just seems like it just works better. But yeah, no, Father Fog. That game that would be an excellent because the people like if you ever run out of hope, you have two. You have health and hope. If you ever run out of hope, like you have to take a despair, and like when you take a despair, it's something that like you keep that it gets secretly handed to you by the person running the game, and it's just like, oh, it's like, and it's something that's really bad, and it's like, I mean, it's like not, and it'll affect the way you act for like the rest until it gets healed. And but you can't really like talk about it, right? It's um like here, like the fog worms. Lose 3 maximum hope. You can no longer deny to yourself that there are worms swimming in the fog. They are growing and becoming more visible. Soon they will be substantial enough to attack and consume you. This is your primary concern. It might be your only concern. So, just things like that. And then, helps you flesh out weirdness. Anyway, that's go check out Father Fog. It's great. Hey, Scott Demers.
Hello,
Yes.
Lance Meister, Scott Alden,
Hey, going on.
Mary, Jeff.
You remember Jerry?
Vaguely.
Never
How's it
seen
going,
him before in
Scott?
his life.
That's right. No, that's only Anthony.
Oh,
Someday I hope
Anthony.
to meet Anthony. Anthony.
Wait a
You
minute.
at Gen Con?
What's that?
He did. He's just being funny.
That's a running gag I have with Anthony that I've never met him, but yeah, anyway. So Jeff, you're like, wait, your campaign literally just ended, right?
Yeah, congratulations on the money, buddy.
Thank you very much. Yes, and it's a big deal for me. I mean, it's not a huge number, but it means that I am making a modest living as a professional game designer.
Would
Which
you please take me one level deeper on that statement? This is what you do.
this is what I do. This
No
is my
kidding.
thing. Is I make games, and people pay money for the games, and up until this point, I mean, it still is sort of hit and miss from time to time. But this year I had Lifeboat Deluxe, which was good, and then I did a Zloxians thing, which barely broke even, and then the Lightspeed thing, which did good. And so it means that I can tell my wife, hey, I'm making some money at this. It's not all. And then she says, but what about when shipping comes due or some printing bill or something? And I say, well, then I might have to go
Never
get,
you mind.
yeah, yeah,
Let me bask in my glow, woman.
yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Hey, if you need any help shipping that stuff out, I can do it for you cheap. Just so
All
you know.
right. All right, let's talk offline.
Yeah, you betcha, brother. Hey, we got enough really for initials. We can dive into initials unless somebody's got
I'm all
agreements they
over
want
that.
to share.
My initials are FY.
FY.
Fuck yes.
Wow.
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, he's full of piss and vinegar tonight. He used to just be filled with vinegar. That is a classic Grandpa Simpson joke from The Simpsons. Caleb and I were talking about. Oh my gosh, have any of you watched Widow's Bay on Apple TV?
Not yet.
Oh
Is
my gosh, Caleb
is
and
it
I have been
good?
watching it. It is. I mean, it's so good, and it's like, and Caleb is like the perfect age to like watch it. I was like, let's watch this
It was a
show.
little boring. That first episode was pretty boring.
Oh, I was laughing my ass off throughout the
Okay.
entire thing. I mean, I don't know. It's we're almost through with it, but I mean, oh my gosh, it ramps up quickly. The second
Maybe I was not
episode,
in the mood for it potentially.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean,
I'll
you
pick it
you
back up.
got to watch it tonight. The second episode where they all like the guys dare the mayor to spend a night in the haunted hotel room. And it is just, oh my gosh, that was great. And then like we just, yeah, no, it's just
Hi.
it's really really good. Watch Widow's Bay. It's and it's also very Cthulhu-esque in a lot of ways as well. So I mean, there's some cool stuff there. So yeah. Anyway, your initials tonight are ST. Give you a minute to think about that. Let's dive in. Let me go to a screen that has more white in the background so I can actually read my paper.
So I'm still new to all of this. So what is initials?
This is gonna be a bunch of things that all have the initials ST. If you think you know what it is, as I'm giving the clues, you have to yell your name, which would be
Jeff.
your name
is-
would be.
Mine is Jerry. Yes.
There you go. Okay, so now you know what your buzzer
Yeah.
is. And then I'll ask you what's your guess. There's 6 clues for each item. They get progressively easier as it goes along. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you can't guess any longer for that item, but you're still in it for that. There, I think there's 15 of these. I think every single time, if I remember correctly. Yes, and then 14. Anyway, so the whole point is that whoever gets the most points wins.
Okay.
So you
Or
can
the
ring
initials.
in, but then
I've
you're
already
out for
got-
that one. So if you get it wrong.
And these are S as in Sam, T as in turtle.
Yes, and I'll remind you, Scott Demers is horrible at this game, as he says.
Very
He's
true.
horrible. He's horrible at it. Clue number 1. This is often seen next to kids at restaurants. Clue number 2. A former U.S. ambassador.
Jeff.
Jeffrey
Shirley Temple. Shirley
is
Oh, yeah.
correct.
Well
Is
done,
knew that,
sir.
correct.
too. I knew that. I actually saw her where she was in Prague.
Oh, wow.
I went to the U.S. embassy in Prague and like got to go behind where there's like a hill, and she built like this little shrine, and not a shrine, but like a little house or whatever.
Did she? Okay, cool.
Anyway,
Clue number 1. Some of these are public and some of these are private. Clue number 2. Was seen in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Clue number 3. Was seen in the movie Despicable Me. Clue number 4. Most often connected to glass. Clue number 5. Can involve investors. Final clue. Mark Cuban is associated with this.
Jerry.
Jerry.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank is correct. Shark Tank. Shark Tank. There were Shark Tanks in, like, remember Despicable Me? There's a shark garden thing or whatever.
I think
Yeah.
I saw that movie once. A long
The
time.
first one was very good and heartwarming. Then they just turned it all into Minions garbage.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that when he had to wait in line at the bank or whatever, he just froze everybody in a block of ice so he could go first. Oh, I wish I could do that. Anyway, clue number 1. Birthplace was Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee. Number 2 is known for Captain Courageous and Boys Town. Clue number 3. Two-time Academy Award winner,
Got.
Scott Demers.
Actually, I don't think this is right. Let me think about this.
5.
Sharon
4.
Tate.
Aldi.
Aldi
Spencer Tracy.
is correct.
Correct.
Tracy, Spencer, as his mother called him. All right. Looks like everybody but Scott Demers, who's horrible at this game, is on the board. Item number 4. Clue number 1. This originated in Europe. Clue number 2. Has been seen in the White House several times. Clue number 3. Appeared in a 1955 Walt Disney animated film. Haha, good joke there, Kabuki. Clue number 4. Has a lifespan of 11 to 14 years.
Got.
Scott Demers.
Siberian tiger.
Jeff,
Jeff Sidek.
Scottish Terrier.
Scottish Terrier
Terrier.
is correct. Next clue is a Monopoly token.
Ooh, good one.
Good one.
Yeah.
I would have yelled top hat.
Yeah, did
Top
you
hat.
choose my answer?
Race car. Thimble. Clue number 1. Everybody's on the board except for me.
And me.
Oh no, yeah, you read it. You get that one wrong. Sorry. Me and Scott Demers suck. Clue number 1. This is connected to healing. Clue number 2. At one time was the start over. Clue number 2. At one time was number 1 on the alternative and mainstream rock charts. Clue number 3. In fact, it won the Grammy for Best Rock Song in the year 2000. In the year 2000. That was for you all. Clue number 4. With the birds, I'll share this lovely view.
Jerry,
Gary.
scar tissue.
Scar tissue is correct. We got a barn burner here. Jeff with 2, Jerry with 2, Aldi with 1. Scott's microphone doesn't work.
Works. Just nothing behind it.
Clue number 1. Item number 6. Oh, nice. This is my. If you ever, I don't know if you drink energy drinks, but the sparkling ice caffeine, like you can usually get these, like get a 12-pack off of Amazon for like $12, $14. The watermelon lemonade, that's a choice. And also they have a they have a lemonade and iced tea one. What's my Arnold Palmer? Ooh, that's a really good one. Anyway, clue number 1. Lived in London. Clue Clue number 2. May or may not be a fictional person. Clue number 3. Is associated with pies.
Aldi.
Scott Alden.
Sweeney Todd.
God
Sweeney
dang it.
Todd
I
is
almost
correct.
guessed that. I almost guessed that after the first clue, and I was like,
Oh.
ah.
I couldn't.
But-
I had nothing on the first clue.
well done.
Pies.
Well done. Clue number 1 for item number 7. Everybody's got 2, but me and Scott Demers. Clue 1. It's connected to the state of Indiana.
I really want to make a guess, but I'm not gonna.
Clue number 2. Has an iconic logo. Clue number 3. Reinvigorated a breakfast food.
You happy you didn't guess, Aldi?
Yeah, but yeah, probably.
Clue number 4. Associated with the 1980s.
Scott.
Scott Demers.
I don't know any connection to Indiana, though. Soul
Right.
Train.
Eh,
I was
you
told
really
about
are
it.
bad at this.
What's
Yeah,
the
I
icon?
told- Well, the Soul Train has a very iconic logo.
The
Yeah.
logo.
Clue number
Does it?
5.
Soul Train.
Don't worry, Soul
Okay.
Train will be a clue later, and one of you is going to get it because
Really?
I mentioned it.
Clue number 5. Features the number 11. Final clue. A big part of this Netflix series.
Wait, sorry.
Aldi.
Say?
Jerry, did you say your name too?
No.
Did anybody ring it? Yeah, it's just Jeff. Jeff, go.
I'm after Jeff if he doesn't get it.
Jeff, 5, 4, 3.
Summertime.
And
Aldi.
Scott, Aldi.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. The final clue. This Netflix science fiction series featured the Upside Down. That was a cool Lego set.
What was the breakfast cereal? It was the Eggo
Eggos.
waffle.
Yeah, she almost had the Eggos.
I only watched the first season.
I still haven't watched the final
Is
season.
it worth catching up on? I don't know. Like,
Yep.
I got a lot. Here's
First
the thing, I'm into
season,
Ted
first
Lasso.
season was amazing. The second
Ted
season
Lasso.
was really good too. Third was like,
See, I felt it was the other way around. First was great. Second was Third was the mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the third was great.
Yeah.
So I thought second was the worst of them.
I think I've seen like one episode of Stranger Things.
The evil guy in the third, the kid, the teenager, looks so much like Minnesota Twins pitcher Joe Ryan. It's scary. Anyway. Clue number 1 for item number 8. Still anybody's game. Nobody has been mathematically eliminated, even Scott Demers. Clue number 1. Has its own constructed language.
Aldi.
Go for it, Scott.
That'd be the Star Trek.
That would be the Trek of Stars. I thought that would be super vague. Like it would be
No.
like
I was just waiting for anything. I was
I
almost in
was gonna
Indiana.
guess. Yeah.
Indiana almost did it. because that's the Kirk hometown,
Kirk
right?
is from there. Yeah.
I-
Yeah, I was waiting.
Yeah, no, I was just kind of like, I didn't know what else to do because, like, here the other clue is like, is a cult phenomenon that gives it away, kind of includes captains. I mean, I
Yeah,
just,
don't know
Yeah.
what you do.
you know,
Chairs. It has
Primary colors. That's all you got to say.
yeah,
Is your
no,
first-
I mean, it's just, I thought like, because lots of things have constructed, like, I mean, all kinds of things, but yeah, I don't know, like,
No,
I
I
didn't.
wouldn't-
That's a hard one to hide.
We're just set. I mean, I even thought about not even including it in the thing because we're such nerds, So
Yeah.
I mean, like, but you gotta throw a gimme in there. You gotta throw a gimme. Clue number one. This has been traced back to ancient Egypt. Clue number two. This is collected. You know what? Screw you, Kabuki. You make one. If you think language is too easy. Meh, meh. Yeah, you come up with one, smarty. Anyway. Corner three.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Sales tax?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Took a swing.
Took it a second.
Yeah, yeah. Kabuki just said, did they have Soul Train in ancient Egypt? Jeez.
I'm
Jeez.
I'm not talking to you for the rest of the evening, Kabuki.
Just docking you. All right, so sales tax. That's another one for Aldi. We have currently 5 left. Aldi with 5. Technically, even Scott can run the table and tie Aldi for the win. Here we go. Clue number 1. This first started in the 1890s. Clue number 2. It is said its birthplace is in Arkansas.
Scott,
Go for
sweet tea.
it.
Well, I guess I won't be running the table.
Clue
Hey
number
guys,
2.
I'll be right back.
Oh, running away.
I mean, I'm here, but I'll be off video.
All right. Clue number 3. This occurs in warmer climates. Clue number 4. This commonly starts in February. Clue number 5. This is connected to cactuses and grapefruits. Final clue. This is seasonal exhibition baseball.
I already
Oh,
knew
no.
all that.
Really,
Did
you guys
bring
don't
in-
have this?
Aldi, what? You got a guess, Aldi?
Spring training.
It is spring training. That is correct.
Yeah.
Spring training. 4 left. Jeff and Jerry can run the table and tie Scott. Scott's a runaway leader this time
What's the
around.
cactuses and grapefruits reference?
The
Cactus League,
Cactus
Grapefruit
League.
League. There's an Arizona, and there's a Florida one. And so, like, just
Got it.
clue number 1 was an Olympic torchbearer in 2010. Clue number 2 has had a Las Vegas residency.
Scott,
Scott Demers
Shania Twain.
is correct.
Yeah, I was
Point.
waiting. One more clue, Scott.
getting you off the schneid and securing the win for Scott Alden. No, nobody can run the table. So we just do the final three for glory and only glory.
Glorious.
Clue number one has appeared on Saturday Night Live. Clue number two has appeared in a film that included their name. Clue number three, made up of David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell,
Yeah.
Jeffrey
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap is correct. I still remember my buddy Darren Birch told me we got to rent that. I watched it with my dad. It's hilarious.
good.
I was like, I watched it.
Apparently-
Go
Sequel's
ahead.
not good.
It's horrible. It's a pile. It's a pile of dog dirt that never should have existed. It
Bummer.
is the reason why I have the joke. It's the best thing about it, they never made a sequel. It just like because you want to just pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's anyway. Clue number one. Their birthplace is New York. Clue number two. Was part of Super Bowl 35. That would be XXXB. Clue number three. Is known for his wide range and long hair.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler is correct. Lead singer of the Smith of Arrow.
Why did you say there? That feels like that was in.
He's trying to throw us off.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You got to make one, Scott. You should make one.
I did make one. You guys
Final clue.
criticized me.
Did we?
Well,
No,
yeah.
not
'cause
really.
you're horrible at it.
You whined that they were too hard.
Well, it's not as he'll never be as bad as
Still.
Evans was the
Yeah.
absolute worst. What was the one?
He was not that bad. The
He
brown
was the
stuff, or
worst.
what was
Maybe
it
the
called?
brown stuff.
Oh,
It
the
was like
corn pone.
it was like corn
Corn pone.
pone or something. Corn
Corn
pone. I'm like, okay, you're done. We're out. Just like you were. Let's take the pen
It's
out
not
of
as
his hands.
easy as it looks. It's not as easy as it looks.
Final item worth 10 points. Clue number one is connected to the state of Vermont. Clue number two included a rabbit.
Jerry,
Super
Troopers.
Troopers
Well done,
is correct.
Never
With
saw
10 points, Jerry wins.
Hey, nice. Good.
Yeah,
good
I
game.
actually just watched Super Troopers 2 like 2 days ago.
They are doing a 3.
They are.
Yeah, and it looks horrible.
I'm sure it was. I thought that the second one was not that great when I
Second one
saw
wasn't
it
good, no.
originally, but it was still funny enough. It was a paint night movie for me. I just throw it on in the background while I paint movies or whatever. But
when I got that movie, I remember I got it because somebody said it was hilarious, and I had gone to it. Oh, no, I went to that one in the theater, and I remember just laughing my ass off in the theater. And then when I came out, I bought it on DVD. Remember when you bought DVDs? And I didn't even wait like those 6 months to buy it for $9.99. And it was like $17.99 at Walmart, and I paid full price. And but I remember it was just on while I was sitting there playing World of Warcraft. I just had that playing on repeat constantly, just laughing my butt off over and over again. There are so many little moments of humor that like I never can't. There's two lines like it's like I want some syrup.
It's for a cop.
Yeah, yeah. I want some syrup. We're out. I know. Just like they drank it all, and then but the other one where he goes to the he goes to the city cop and he's like, "Look, Russ, I know we don't like each other," and he just, "Well, I like you." He's just like, and I just we busted out, "I like you." Well, I like you. Just uh, or the line. It's just like, if all right, if you're not going to help me, I'm going to embarrass you publicly. Okay, I mean, what are we talking about? You like me walking around and me being caught grabbing the newspaper when I meant just in my underwear outside my house? No, I'm talking about the time we caught you fucking your cousin back in 1986. That girl's not my cousin. He's on the phone. Ah, so many.
Good
But yeah,
times, good times.
no, that movie is really good, and that Slam and Salmon movie they did was horrible. And Beer Fest was a bit of a return to form. That was
I like the Beer Fest movie.
yeah, the Beer Fest was a good return to form for them. But man, they have not. Um, the fact that they like literally they couldn't get Super Troopers 2 made. They had to run a Kickstarter for it. They had to do crowdfunding to get Super Troopers 2 made. It just, I mean, how do you not? I mean, like,
How much did they raise?
I don't know. You'd have to look it up. But I mean, but it's like, how do you how do you not get somebody to give you the money to make a sequel to that movie? It had to have made so much money. Um, but what do I know? I mean, uh, yeah, it was crazy. But Broken Lizard, uh, yeah, crowdfunding. It was on Indiegogo even. They raised $4.6 million
For what?
for Super Troopers 2.
Oh, the movie.
Um,
That's as much as the Guild.
I was just thinking that.
yeah, and that was on Indiegogo. Indiegogo had
So-
been thinking we're in the money.
Our interview with Felicia Day went up over the weekend, so that's pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you.
She stopped by the Hot Games room and Beth interviewed her. It made me pine for the days of us doing interviews at Gen Con. Remember those days?
Mm,
Yep.
stuff.
memories.
I wish it would have been more successful as a thing to watch. It never really took off. For the expense of running it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Because Gen Con's expensive, right? You know the expense. Running a live stream in Gen Con adds even more, plus the amount of people you have to send to kind of keep it going. And the views never mattered. At least for us. There's a ton of videos now for Gen Con stuff. It's so cool. Like so many content creators making Gen Con. Walkthroughs and off the cuff videos.
Yeah. And they don't have to send a team.
No, you just have to show up. Just go with your, camera phone or whatever.
I mean, it's weird because of course now we um uh the because you have a game people are interested in, and this isn't me saying anything special about Vampire Survivors or whatever. But man, oh man, it's like, can I get a free retailer? Can I get a free review copy? Can I get a free review copy? Man, it's just
How many review copies do you think you get asked for? Like, what's the number?
for a game
Over
like
50?
that, for a game
Under
like that, yeah. I mean, I probably got, right now I probably got 20. And when we finally have it, when we finally say that it's being delivered to backers, I'll get at least another 20.
Is 20 significant though? That
I mean,
seems
I
like
think
so
it
nothing.
is. I mean, like, but think about
What?
this. It's like we put out, we put out games all the time, and like not a single person is like, oh yeah, I'd love to review that.
Right.
Like,
So embrace your hit.
well,
You've
no,
got
and that's
a lot
fine.
of interest.
But
Yeah.
it's like, it's one of those things where, it's people that, what, if it's like I've had people from substantial channels say, make sure I get one of those, please. That kind of thing. And I mean, and to be fair, at Gen Con, I had channels come over and pay full price and buy a copy. And not like small channels either. They're like, I know you can't give me a copy, but I'll buy it. There were several people that did that. One of them might have even have a name that
By the
rhymes
way,
with
did you put one
Vom
of those in the
Tassel.
hot game room?
Well, no, we had to sell them.
Oh wow, you're not on the list. I was like, I just did a search on the hot games room list, and you're not on it. Not even
Yeah.
one. What?
We had to spend $50 a piece just to get them here. We had to make our money back on them. I'll get you one at BGG.
I don't care.
Well, apparently, then why'd you bring it
So
up?
what
If
do you
don't
think-
care.
So I don't want to go down this path again. Seriously, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. But I posted the stats for the hot games room.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
okay, never mind.
But no, what I was gonna say was, it's when people, and God love them. I hope they have a lot of fun with their channel and everything. But like somebody can, I've got 122 subscribers and my videos get 17 views. It's just like, can I get a free $90 game? No, you may not have. You can pay for it, and I will happily, I'll pay the shipping if you want
I
to buy
almost
the game.
wonder if it's better to go just to say I don't, just flat out say I don't do review copies. If that means
Why
you
do
don't
you-
do my game, I'm okay with that.
Why don't you do what Stonemeyer does?
I don't know what Stonemeyer does.
He picks 20 people who make videos and gives them the access to it. He picks 20 content creators every big release and just sends them reviews. Only them.
I know that if they don't do a video, he never sends them another one.
What? Sure. That is the part of the deal.
So
You
I mean,
you get put on a list.
there's a thing about it that it's just weird. It's fine. I mean, the ones that really kind of are like weird are when people are like, oh, hey, I'd really, it's like, I have this channel in, like, perfect example, somebody like in, let's say, pick an Eastern Europe country, just pick one and any random, just, I live in Romania and I think Deception Murder in Hong Kong is great. I would love to have a review copy, and and it's just like, great. We don't have distribution in Romania, so you're going to do it in Romanian language. So even if you had 10,000 people that wanted to buy the game in Romania, we couldn't sell it to them anyway because we don't have the rights to sell it in Romania.
You have an interesting idea of the marketing world. I think you think about it too much, honestly.
It's because it's expensive to send games to people, especially if they don't live in the United States.
Okay. Add it up. Like, what do you think the annual cost of your freebies are?
Well,
Tell me a number. I mean, whatever. I can't say what is worth for you to spend to make you spend money to make money, right?
Well, say you had fine, but Scott, say and I know you published games in the past,
You
but
gave
like
zero copies at anyone Gen Con.
you have a big box game that you made. It's got bells and whistles in it. The manufacturing cost on it was like $9. Some YouTube channel in Italy, who's got 560 subscribers, and his none of his videos crack 100 views, and he says, can you send me a free copy of that game, so you're going to be out?
That's an exaggeration though. I mean, that's no, sorry, I don't do that.
Sure.
Right. That's an easy one. I'm thinking more of the people, like I had people approach me, 2 different ones where they have about 12,000 subscribers each, and they asked me for a copy. And in my head, I'm like, "Yep, I'll do that." And they were like, "Good, I'd like to get everything." And in my head, I'm going, "Nah, I don't think that's the way to do it. I think I'll send you the base game. If you do a video on that, I'll send you the next thing. If you do a video on that, I'll send you the next thing." That's my logic, right?
Well, but here's the big thing is that you shouldn't look at subscribers anyway. You should look at the number of views that they get, because there's tons of people, and there's all kinds of stuff all
you
over
can
the
buy all of
algorithms.
it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, look at me. I've got
should look
almost
at the
13,000 subscribers, but my like everything is right around 500 views. When people contact me, it's like, "Oh, can I send you this game for review?" I say, "What a waste of money for you to send me a game." Even if I did the review, which I probably would never get around to doing because I'm too busy, it would get like what, a handful of views, and then you would be like, it wouldn't be worth your time and money to send it to me. And they're like, "Oh, I thank you very much for being honest." I was like, "Send it to somebody else." And it's just no. I mean, there's this all kinds of people that like that's like and that's fine. I mean, I appreciate the fact that they got it, but I just have a feeling like you know, Hungry when he shows up. I mean, like William, he buys his games almost always. Like now he gets review copies because he's established himself, but at the beginning he was just buying games at conventions or buying them directly from people or willingly accepting ding and dent copies. He's like, "Can you sell me a ding and dent copy cheaper?" And I'll be happy to do a review of that because I don't care until he got established. But I don't know. It's just
I think you're
One-
too stingy.
I don't think I am at all.
You are 100% too stingy. You didn't give one copy to the Hot Games room. By the way, we had 3,000 people in that Hot Games room. 3,000.
And
Is one copy worth your time?
And
who knows how many times somebody's going to grab it? You know how many times sorry, Jeff, I'll let you say something. I have been in the Hot Games room, and I have been in there when people there is always games that nobody ever checks out and plays.
Sure.
Or plays very few.
You think your Vampire Survivors would not get checked out?
I don't know. I don't, and I guess I'll never know.
So that's a zero?
Gen Con
I'd give it back to you. If it did zero, I'd give it back to you.
Oh, what a nice
anyway, whatever. It's done. It's not like we can change the world. Like we can't go back to that.
Jeff, what were you going to say?
If you can get 500 people to look at a video, to view a video of your game, and you can sell 1% of them, that's 5 sales. And if your game's hard cost is $9, and on that it's probably 10 or 20 bucks to ship it, you're out $30, but you've got 5 sales, and those sales are definitely going to make those. That's going to pay your cost at least, and it's going to expose those 5 sales, even if it's just a net wash. You're getting stuff out of your warehouse, and there's a possibility that those people spread the game and more love.
The problem I have.
Well said, Jeff.
Well said, but the problem I have is that we used to send out tons of reviews. It's like, you want a review copy, we'll send you a review copy, and we would get you'd send out like 15 games and you'd get one video because the other 14 just couldn't be bothered because it wasn't hot. It wasn't hot enough. It wasn't hot enough. It wasn't big enough. It wasn't whatever. It wasn't enough.
You curate your list and you send it to the people that do the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is that most of the big channels now come down to like they come down to like 3 different groups. They are the preview channel where they're just doing previews. That's their thing. They're a Kickstarter video mill at this point. Because they're farming for views, they're only going to review a game if it's hot. So like there's that window of time where a game is hot that it cares about and they want to do it or whatever. And or the third one is that when and if they finally get around to doing the video, like they don't do any of they don't know how to pump up their channel. They don't know how to get people excited about it. They don't know how to get people excited to like watch the video in the first place. And I'm not saying that video channels aren't out there to help. I mean, there's several that we trust that we will give. Dan at Game Boy Geek, like always does us fair. William, Hunger Gamer, always does us fair. But there's several that like I've just had bad, um, and I'm not going to name names because that's not my thing. I'm not going to name and shame, but just bad experiences with, oh yeah, I'm going to do that coverage. I'm going to get that done. It's going to be great. It's like a month goes by. Hey, how's that video coming? Oh, just lots of stuff going on. I haven't been able to. Another month goes by. Hey, so those videos,
Take them off the list.
well,
It's
no,
easy, easily solved.
yeah, you take them off the list, but then the next time I get somebody comes, oh, I want to do this video, I want to do this, and it's like, what, I'm sorry, man, somebody else already spit in the apple barrel.
Okay.
It's just,
So don't give anything away. You can and see how. I mean, you got your money. You got like is that the world we're in? You get the Kickstarter money and you're done. Like that's it.
I mean, you want
Is
to
there
push
any
it,
sales
but
after the fact? Is there any sales after the fact?
absolutely, we're gonna hope for sales after the fact, and
How do you get
because
that?
there are people, because there are people that I trust,
Is it just organic?
Man versus Meeple is going to do is did fantastic coverage for us and fantastic coverage for us quickly. Same thing with Dan. Same thing with Hungry. There's other channels out there that we've worked with in the past that have done.
You gave out like 5 games.
What?
Sounds like you gave out like about 5 games.
Well, no, we ping ponged the one copy back and forth between them.
Oh, one game. Okay,
we did.
fine.
Well, this is but this is a rare situation where those games. Don't talk over me while I'm explaining myself. This rare situation where this is hot off the presses. That was like one of the very first copies of the game that got done. The game's being manufactured right now. The first 300 copies were put on a plane and flown over, so we'd have something to sell at Gen Con. So that one copy that we were bouncing around, I mean, that was like because that was like the first pre-press copy we got. So we didn't have the luxury of like having like a stack of 10,000 games and let's send them out to whoever wants one. So it's a different one. But also, like I said, people are like, oh, I really think Champions of Midgard looks like a really cool game. I'd love to do a video. That game's 10 years old. I'm not going to send you a game that's 10 years old. That's like, I mean, what is this person going to say about Champions of Midgard that is going to somehow like move the copies that game already sells every single day?
Here's the question
for us.
Then I don't know why I play devil's advocate with you because I always regret it.
You just want to.
So what moves the needle, Lance? Like what are you expecting? You just put things on the shelf and expect them to be sold? Is that the way?
What moves the needle is making a really, really good game, and even then, that doesn't even matter.
You made a good game.
Yeah, but even then, that doesn't even matter.
10 years, you said it's been selling for 10 years. So why even bother?
But why would somebody making a video on why Champions of Midgard is a really good worker placement game? I mean, let's just go back and watch the Dice Tower rave about it from 9 years ago. I mean, that isn't that enough?
Okay. I guess if you have an evergreen, then you just keep milking it. But Vampire Survivors is not evergreen.
Well, who knows? We've already got an expansion in the works.
I guess I think there's a number that you would spend to make a game be promoted so that you would sell more games.
Well, yeah, you do advertising. But here's the thing, like, and this isn't always the case, but if it's kind of like when we were talking to Forrest and we were like, if you took that $100 and you invested it in AT&T, you probably have more money now. If like say it costs me Google between the manufacturing cost and the shipping cost to get it to a person, let's say it's $35. If I take those $35 and advertise them on Facebook, I'm probably going to hit more people than that person's video is going to.
Oh gosh, you're lining the pockets of Facebook?
Well, advertising in general.
Not even the people that want to support you. Facebook don't give a shit.
In general, advertising in general. It's like you can spend that money on Google Ads to
Google and Facebook?
You don't advertise Board Game Geek ever? You don't advertise anything you do?
Occasionally.
Okay, then why are you trashing on me for doing it?
I also sent every single person who writes to us for Board Game Geek Store, we send them exactly what they want. If we want to call, you've
never declined a single request ever.
Nope.
Well, everybody line up,
please. Because here's the thing, because it sells more stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, whatever. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
line up and
We
ask
differ
Santa
on
Scott
our tactics of how to sell
So-
a thing.
So let's
for
talk about.
hundreds of dollars of free shit.
Let me change the subject to something tangential.
It's not hundreds of dollars. You know that. You know that as well as me. It's not hundreds of dollars. Anyway,
So-
yes, please change the subject.
Yeah, no. So the one that bothers me are the people like the retailers. Retailers reach out to me for a retail pledge, and then they
Yeah.
go, "Yeah, I'd like 3 copies of the core game or something along those lines." And I'm like, so I had to put minimums in. I said, no, you got to buy 20 games in packs of 4, but 20 games minimum, or else it doesn't matter, right? Because what I was getting is I was getting people trying to cheat the system to go where some dude in some way has a VAT number or whatever, and they just wanted to buy the copy
Buy it.
for them and their buddies.
Well, no, that or it's
Sure.
an eBay guy. And
Yeah.
that's happened. We've discovered
That is a different
those.
world. I don't understand for sure. So I understand that.
We have discovered those people all the time where it's like they are. Did you know that at Gen Con, seriously, some of the people were doing this. Portal Games showed up there with a bunch of their old titles, good games, mind you, like good, great, like games that are rated in the sevens, but they're old and they don't sell. So Chevy was like selling them for like $10 or $15, and people were buying them, and he was seeing that they were like walking over and putting them in the consignment store for like $50. Like they were just buying them and walking at Gen Con
A
to
clearinghouse, basically, or whatever. What is that
Yeah.
called? Arbitrage. Oh, arbitrage.
just like buying it, thank you very much, walking out the door and like and putting it on a consignment sale at Gen Con for somebody to buy from you. I mean, it's just it's ridiculous. It's yeah, no, I mean it's always a thing, right? And honestly, it is also a pain in the ass to track these people down. It's like, are you going to do this video? Are you going to do this? And they just ghost you. They don't respond to you. The first time it's always like, oh yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay, cool. Let me know when it goes live, and I'll make sure that we show it off. As long as they're not like, this game sucks. We'll say we'll say nice things about you, and we'll send it out in our newsletter, and try to pump up your views and your exposure or whatever. But like the second time you email, it's like, yeah, so it's been a couple months now, and just wondering how that video is coming along. Just crickets. And I get it. They're like, oh my God, I asked for this game and I really wanted to do a video and I just never got around to playing it. And now there's all this other stuff that's hot now, and I'd rather do that instead. And it takes me so long to like do it. This sucks. But and like these emails
I
that you
guess you
get,
care too much, maybe.
maybe. Look at
Maybe you
this.
care too much
Why don't I
about
get?
your $20 investment.
I was introduced to Gray Fox Games by my coworker and loved the strategy games! Exclamation point. The by gamers for gamers approach stands out. Okay, so you read the back of our thing, or you read our website. I think your strategy games would be perfect for board game stores and game cafes. Curious if this is a priority? I ask because I recently helped brands like, insert 2 other game stores land
Okay,
more
so ignore
games.
that.
No, but
You
I mean,
ignore them.
who
You
are
ignore
these
them.
people? I
don't know. Go look at a channel and see something like there's some true people out there with real passion.
Yeah,
Send them a $20 game, Lance. Or
that,
whatever,
that, you know what,
whatever your base cost is. Like, I don't know,
what?
$5. What is the Vampire Survivor?
Actually,
Bomb. You don't have to tell me. You don't.
Actually, you know what, Scott? After careful thought, you've changed my mind. Anybody
Have
who
I? I don't think
contacts
I
me,
have.
I'll
I don't
send
think-
them one copy of everything to you,
You
free
didn't
of
give one
charge.
copy of the board game.
Get a
Hot Games
video.
Room, by the
don't
way.
get
You
a
didn't think it was
video.
hot enough to make it.
I'll send. You know what? One of each of our games for the Hot Games Room. I'll send you 1,000 copies of Vampire Survivor. You convinced me. If we have,
I mean, is it going to be here will it be here by November?
Oh yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
shipping? Oh, okay, cool.
I'll give you 1,000.
So the copy that I bought.
Here's how many people are going to attend BGG Con. There'll be one copy for each of them. So I don't want anybody to like be
3,000.
left out. 3,000. Okay,
3,000 copies. What's
3,000
that cost you
copies.
guys?
We'll just make
30
3,000.
Gs.
Yeah, I mean 3,000 copies. Let's just
How
make
much
it
would you
happen.
make
Because
off 30 a
'cause
30 G investment?
what would the chance be that like if I don't want to run a risk of like somebody coming in there and it's like, oh
2 million.
no, you just anybody. And then you know what? Just tell them to take it. After they check it out, just take it. They can just go home with it. And I'll put $100
You got-
bill in
Here's
each
another-
game.
Actually, let's change the subject. I want to change the subject. Do you do the play to win stuff
No.
at convention? There's a whole bunch of okay. Just wondering. I'm just
No,
curious.
we have done it
At least you're
before.
consistent.
No.
Yeah. I used to do the play to win stuff, but I found that I was having 0 sales.
Yes.
And if it doesn't move the needle, then you should stop doing it.
Yeah. 100%. Measure something after the fact and see if anything happens. Yeah.
No, the play to
Agreed.
win stuff never. It was always money going out, never money coming in. It never worked.
It's also a lot of work for the person who's running that.
No, I fine.
That's why we've never done it. I'm not going down that path at Board Game Geek.
I just it's no. There's so many sticky wickets for those things that it just drives me absolutely.
Isn't it
bonkers.
enough to just play the game and you can decide if you want to buy it?
Maybe, but
Yeah.
I mean,
You get a free copy to play.
I'll be right back. I gotta
You
go
don't
check
have
on
to pay.
something.
You don't have to pay an event fee.
Make sure you trash on me, Jerry. Listen to see if
I'm not trashing on you. We just disagree on some things.
Scott,
Anyway.
I want to ask you about how big your studio is, because it looks like there is a tremendous number of people and resources behind you, and all of your updates, you say, me, I, this, I, that, and you say, and the team is helping with it. But I feel like you're like me, only more successful. That's what I want to figure out. What's the difference? What do
You
you?
talking to me?
Yeah, Scott Demers.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were
what-
talking about me.
Not
I know.
all
I'm like going.
no idea.
I'm going. Should I be paying attention to this question?
Yes, it's directed at you. So I'll
Got it.
restate it. How big is your support network that you can be so successful? I see you've got 3 backup singers behind you.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. So Active Magic Games is me, right? This is the first time I've gone independent. Prior to this, I worked with Mr. B Games, Sean Brown of Mr. B Games. But I went independent with this campaign. Because Sean sold his company and I was unhappy with the service I was getting from the people who were there. Otherwise, I would still be doing it that way. Right. So I cut Sean in on some of the proceeds post fact. He's an advisor to me and somebody I can go to. I was on a call with him earlier today. But Lance has helped me a ton. Shane Myerscough of Gray Fox Games has been a great, resource for me to bounce questions off of and that kind of thing. But yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm buried right now because I have full-time job. Mom with dementia lives next door, like literally in the room next to me. And I'm in the process of trying to wade my way through how do I import stuff into the EU. And, and I got to get the pledge manager set up. My head is spinning with how much I have to do. So, it is fundamentally overwhelming. And most people, it puts things in perspective when somebody like last campaign, somebody called me a criminal for what I was charging for shipping. They literally publicly called me a criminal. You're a criminal for what you're doing. And so I just refunded his money. And then he goes, no, I want the game. I want the game. Well, maybe you shouldn't call me a criminal in public. Right.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting the game and he's actually posted some really nice stuff about it. But it's like, please fucking think, you stupid shit, before you start talking about stuff you don't know anything about. Right.
Yeah.
And that's the toxic part of this, so I'm pretty capable in figuring things out and making things work. And I have every belief this is going to be, hugely positive, but, and I think the biggest thing I've done that's gone well is I cultivated a a community of people where when somebody does criticize me or whatever, typically there are 5 people who comment or come jump in before I ever even see it. And I've done that largely through, I think, 3 things. One is I published before I ever even thought about publishing the game. I published a bunch of designer diaries about what I was trying to do, which got people kind of on board with the whole process that I was clearly very passionate about it. Number 2 is, except for this small outburst that I just let slip here 30 or 30 seconds ago or whatever, I have been nothing but overly kind and gracious to everyone who's approached me. And then the third thing is I built a pretty good community on Discord of about 800 people, all of whom get early access to the game. I'll be publishing the Wildlands mod. As soon as I can get things kind of turned over to the factory, I'll focus on just writing up the rules for Wildlands formally so that I can put the mod out there for free. And then I'm going to have 800 people that, or whatever, however many are active, will be playtesting the things and telling me where I got holes, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't call myself more successful than you by any stretch. I have had a really good campaign. And but my other games have been split 50-50 with somebody else. And so, my income to date on Dragon's Down has been approximately $5,000, and I've been working on it for 22 years.
Right.
Not consistently, but like I have my playtest right over here from 22 years ago. So, I'm getting less than minimum wage, right? By a long shot. So anyway,
All right. Well, thanks for
that's
that.
my 2 cents. I'm happy to talk offline as well if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, offline you can really tell us how you think about the guy.
No, I just but that kind of stuff just irks me to no end. It's like, can we please just move along and not have an opinion on everything? It's okay to be upset about something and go, I'm not going to support that campaign. You don't have to go out of your way to personally attack somebody because you disagree with one aspect. I had another guy who actually contributed ideas that went into the game, like some of the central things.
He was one who
Literally
thought you should have a box.
Huh?
I'm saying
Okay.
he was the
Well,
guy that said he go
yeah,
ahead.
no, his comment was like he had suggested some stuff. One of them was a brilliant idea that's in the game. Some of them, just weren't down the path of what I want to develop. He was like, you need to revamp the entire, combat system. Not going to do that. And so then he went public and posted about how, well, the biggest thing is that the developer's really close-minded to great ideas that would make his game, this, and there's some ridiculous things in here, just break it. And I'm like, no, not at all. And I think so you got to stick to your guns on what you truly believe and what you want your game to be, and define success in your own terms, because, ain't none of us going to become gigajillionaires off of this.
Well, I mean, you got to remember the people that are like commenting, they've never made a game. Well, I shouldn't say they've never made a game. Most of them have never made a game, never made anything, never manufactured anything, never had to run a company. And they always have, like, one person was just like, you brought 300 copies of that game. You should have just raffled them off to people at Gen Con. Like waited until Sunday and then drawn tickets and just given them away. I'm just like, I can't even respond to that. We wouldn't buy if there is no way on earth we would have spent the money we spent to get those copies into Gen Con and then raffled them off to give away at the convention. But I mean, it's just, I understand, and that guy saying, well, he just won't listen. I mean, it's just like, whatever, I mean, it's just like, go make your own game then. Make your version of Dragon's Down with all your great ideas, I just.
Yeah. There's a fine line. I want to be open to the good ideas that come through, but not let the bad ideas drag me down, or let the bad attitude about mediocre ideas. Because it sounds like that guy gave you some good stuff and he gave you some okay stuff, and the okay stuff wasn't where you wanted to go. It wasn't that it was terrible, it's just not right.
Yeah.
And you got to be in charge of what's right.
It is. Somebody smarter than me as a board game publisher once said, the worst thing about this business is our customers, and we absolutely positively need them, and it's just it's just like you need them to be able to do what you want to do, but they also just they just consistently have like bad ideas because they've never run a company and they don't know. And if they did run a company, they'd probably run it straight into the ground with the ideas that they're having. So I don't know. It's
Even if they did run a company and they had a good game and their idea for your game would make your game better for them, it's still not the same as what you want your thing to do. I guarantee 22 years ago, if you would, instead of doing Dragons Down, would have taken that money and bought Arabian Nights Magic the Gathering, you would have more than $5,000 in your pocket right now. But that's not what you were doing. What you were doing was making your game.
No, like, hey, true story. Like a dude, I was playing a game in the JW Marriott, and some guy walked by, or walked up to me, I should say, who I had never spoken to before in my life. Him and his son. He goes, "Hey, I just wanted to say hi and tell you how amazing your game is. My son and I, this is my son, so and so. We we play the game all the time, where we've played the game a lot, and I just wanted to say, brilliant design. Thank you so much. I'll take that. Right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's why you do it. And I got
no,
an
yeah,
email. I
those
got
things
an
are
email
great.
from a guy. My favorite one I've ever gotten is I got an email from a guy who said something like, and I'm going to butcher it, but the gist of what he said was, my 12-year-old son and I don't really get along. Really, we don't connect. But I tell you what, man, he's willing to sit down with me anytime and play a game of Dragons Down, and that means the world to me. And you're like, "Good," you get all choked up. That's what it's about. I remember being a 12-year-old playing Magic Realm, and all I wanted to do was create that same experience for somebody else. And so when I hear that I did, done, right?
Awesome.
So anyway,
It makes you remember why it was all worth it.
it makes you remember. I mean, truly, I mean, it's like, I in my last update, I posted some photos. I actually posted Jerry too, as if you were a fan of the game. Sorry about that, Jerry. But I posted, like, I said, hey, here's a bunch of photos I took with fans at the con, right? And Jerry's in one of them, which I kind of chuckle about. But that was legit. I was taking photos, and I took probably photos with half the people that came up just to say hi. And so, you know, that's pretty cool. They want me to scribble on their game. Like, wow, right? That's kind of neat. And when I'm dead and buried, somebody somewhere is still going to play Dragons Down and have a fond thought about me in the same way I do about Richard Hamblin. That's it. It's that simple, right? The
Uh,
board game is going to live beyond any video game that gets created right now. It's going to be playable 40 years from now by somebody, right? So that's pretty cool.
Good
Well,
on
I
you.
mean, if you're into that sort of thing, yeah.
If you're into actually making an impact,
Yeah.
anyway.
Ferris Bueller, you're my hero. Um, no, it's cool that you got to do all that when you should have been working, for me at the booth. I really, really appreciate that. You know. Uh,
Yeah, if you don't think I sold enough Vampire Survivors, I'm sorry.
Did you guys
no,
sell
we
out
sold
of
all of them.
Vampire Survivors?
So
Oh,
we
sold
sold all
out.
every
Yeah.
single one. So
There you
that's
go.
all. So you
Hey, I
Pretty
do want to
successful.
point out I did actually donate a copy of Dragons Down. I brought 12 copies, and I
oh
donated
wow.
I donated one to a local um it is I donated one to like a regional um game group for their library. Just want to point that out.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice of you, especially when that copy shows up on eBay.
Nah, it won't. I signed it, so if I see it, I said, "Don't sell this." That's what I wrote. Don't sell this. Nah, I didn't do it. But
Don't sell this, you bastard.
What you would dig, Bill Watterson used to sneak into bookstores and sign the copies of the Calvin and Hobbes collections with just a little, like, and draw a quick doodle and say, it's like, and just say something like, I the people at the bookstore don't know I'm doing this, and that kind of thing. And then he found out that people were finding them and like selling them for like scads of cash online,
that's
and
sad.
then he stopped doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go here pretty soon, just so you guys know. I gotta read about EU VAT applications.
Oh, that's fun.
If you need help with that, Shane can walk you through that. He's done it, and
Yeah, he's the one who pointed me to a few places, and so I just gotta get that figured out. I just don't know if I need to
Do
do
you
it
have a
before.
Shopify store?
I
Are you
do.
selling
It's so
direct?
yeah. So remember, I just moved all my stuff from one warehouse to Lance and Shane's
the
warehouse.
cool guy's warehouse.
Yeah, you guys got to get my inventory done so I can sell it. And then I have the Shopify store basically done. I literally, as we were here, sent an email just checking if it was hooked into the back end systems or not. I don't know if that's done yet, but I've kind of have queued up interest. Um,
So we
you know,
use Zonos. It's a
Zone,
plugin. Zonos.
Zonos.
Anyway, I'll say the
Yeah.
word Zonos. You can Google it and see if that works for
Okay.
you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Not only will you say Zonos, now I will have to get a bunch of annoying pop-up ads about Zonos whenever I go
It's a
online and do
Shopify
anything. I know.
Right.
Just allow me my moment.
Oh my gosh.
Just it's
I
Go
tried to
ahead.
stay quiet for like 10 minutes here and it's not working.
Well, just like any chance you have to to give me the business, you're just right there. Just like
Well, I was just surprised that there was no Vampire Survivors in the hot games room. That's why why I went this way.
if you could actually point to a thing where it was like, oh, we put this thing in here and then it turned into sales, then that'd be something. But I mean, it's like, and
How
we
can
in
you
the
possibly
past,
do that? How does
we
anybody do
absolutely.
that? Nobody can do that.
Well,
Nobody can do that when you just talk about games.
it
We're
sounds
talking about
like
games now. I'm
that
sure someone
sound
will go think about buying a copy of Vampire Survivors just because we talked about it.
that feels like there's a window of opportunity for you. You can create that. You can create
Okay,
a.
thanks, Lance.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome. It's about time I'm thanked for my great ideas.
Did you talk to John, by the way? Our new advertising manager?
Yes, I have talked to John.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's check in.
No, we will, there are things that we will be using advertising, your advertising,
It's
the
okay.
things.
I was just wondering if you talked to him.
You're such a grouch.
Trying to sell your games is what we're trying to do. Come
No,
on.
you're not
We're
doing
in
it
the
out of the
same
goodness of your
business.
heart. You'll make money off of the deal. I know
Come
how
on.
this works.
Aren't we all capitalists here?
Yeah.
Everybody here in this room is capitalists.
Well,
Trying to
begrudgingly.
make money in this industry that is so minuscule comparatively
Yeah,
to
comparatively.
the other world, the greater world.
Oh no, like I've said, like if in another world, like I would have said, I would have fallen in love with like making video game videos back when I started
Yeah.
making, and then it would have been such a better
Although I think
decision
that's
if.
also in its outs right now with
Oh
the
yeah,
content creators don't get hardly any support.
none. But the smart ones made their money and got out and got in, while they could, so.
Speaking of
Um,
getting out, I'm gonna get out too. I'm gonna be out
there,
for a couple of weeks. I'm driving my daughter up to school and I'm going for a searching in Washington and running some demos and stuff. So I will see you again, but probably not.
Yeah, I gotta move Ross into his dorm tomorrow. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I mean,
That's the
It's
thing.
back to school time.
But his dorm, it's in town, right?
yeah. So it's all things considered, it's relatively easy, but it's still just it's just yet
It's
another.
the thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like right now. I mean, I saw a shirt the other day with just had this like it's like every day is filled with things to do, and I'm getting pretty fucking sick of it. Just like that made me laugh. I thought it
All
was
right.
funny.
Thank you, gentlemen, and good night.
Good night, Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, this
I
is
could
where
talk
I
about
would.
games. Can I talk about games
Fine,
that I played
fine.
recently?
You can talk about games.
I
Just
mean,
tell
I don't
me.
have to.
Well, no, I mean, you might as well. I mean, ostensibly, this is talking about. This is a channel where we talk about games, and
So I got the Star Trek Captain's Chair. You know that game?
I've heard of it. Yes,
You've
I'm
heard of
aware
it?
of its existence.
Captain's Chair. It was so good. It's so good.
Mm.
but it's only 2-player. That's my beef on about it.
Does one person
Play
play
with
the
Keith.
chair, one person plays the captain?
No, you both play captains in the Star Trek world. And it's a card game. I can't remember the name of the game that it's based on, but it's David Turtsey.
Hey,
What is it?
he did the solo co-op mode for Champions of Midgard.
Yeah, that guy's pretty talented. So it's based on, what is that game? Why am I drawing a blank on it? To see if it's got a Board Game Geek link. Anyway, it's just really fun. If you like Star Trek, I mean, it's a bit advanced. It's not an easy game to pick up, but we worked our way through it, and it's really fun. Keith crushed me, but we were also playing not that we were playing it correctly is why he crushed me, but the game went on far too long. There's this mechanism in the game where you get victory points from a card, and if you get the victory point, you're supposed to take it off the timer, and we were taking out a supply, so the timer was like as long as it could be, and so the game went on far too long. But if you're into that kind of 2-player strategy card game, trying to remember the name of the game that it's based on, which is really cool. Imperium. Did you play that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Imperium Classics, Imperium Legends, Imperium Horizon, the 3 different boxes. Like everybody had their own deck, and it's a deck builder. So it's the same thing, but basically Star Trek themed. And it's got all the characters and all the monsters or aliens and ships and planets, all the stuff. Super fun. So there's my
What was it?
20-second review.
I apologize.
Star
What
Trek
game?
Captain's
Just mentioned the Star Trek Captain's Chair.
Captain's Chair. It's only 2-player, which is
Yep.
a drag. I wish it was multiplayer, but I think why I can kind of see why they didn't do it. It's really too complex. Your turn is Keith was taking like 10-minute turns.
Ouch.
And we were beyond the point where we broke the game based on the timer of it. There's a timer in the game, which is victory points, and we were taking victory points out of the supply when we should have been taking them off the timer, right? So it would have been a shorter game. But he was basically doing like 30 things on his turn. But it's neat if you like Star Trek. It's got all the stuff. Very thematic. All the characters do what they kind of are in the show.
Yep.
There's an expansion with
No
Khan.
Captain Kirk though.
Yeah, there's a Captain Kirk.
Oh, is there? Okay, I thought
Yeah,
that
in
was
the-
a criticism.
in
I
the
know
expansion.
Nigel Buckle fairly well, or at least online anyway.
Okay, and the expansion has Kirk from Wrath of Khan.
Got
And
it.
Khan is in the game too.
Yep.
And Khan is like an asymmetric. It's all asymmetric stuff, which is really cool. I love it.
That's why you
But
that why you guessed Star Trek in the initials. It was all a setup.
it was already. I've been thinking about it. Exactly, it was in the air.
Got it.
But it's I guess it went out of print. But if you buy it direct from WizKids, you get it like in a week. You can't buy it anywhere in any store, which is kind of annoying. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the deal is with that. I put an order in on their website and got it within a week.
You can't buy Dragons Down in any stores,
No,
but I'm a nobody.
you should try to get it so people can buy the game. Do people want the game?
Oh yeah. No,
Oh, well,
offline.
make a store.
Yeah. No, like I said, I was just emailing about that. We're probably a week or I'm waiting on the inventory at this. I hired this warehouse, to be my fulfillment center. They
Oh,
still
yeah.
haven't done my inventory. So it's like, be nice if they got around to that.
Yeah,
You know,
can't find good help these days.
I know. I also asked them for a copy of one of their games and they told me to go pound sand.
I'd be curious. What did you tell Lainey, by the way, when she came to come collect a game, potentially?
Said, do you have any games? I said, I got to sell these because we keep spending too much money bringing them in.
Too much money. So funny. So funny.
Why is that so funny? Why are you
One copy. One copy.
I had my orders.
You didn't offer to sell it to her? I gave
No,
her
I'm not
permission
gonna-
to buy games that were in demand.
She didn't express.
Did you end
an
up with a
interest 'cause
copy of Entropy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
We
speaking
can
of
go
games
through
that were in
we can
demand.
go through the list of the games that were checked out the most, by the way, if you want.
Uh,
I don't want to. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like I'm really riding a thin line here. I'm not saying shit. Sorry. I guess I'm. But I'll put a post of the link of the games that got checked out the most. There you go. There you go. You can go look at that. We can discuss. I'll let someone else lead the discussion if they want to.
Oh, no kidding. That's the guy. I'm looking at the game that was checked out the most. There was clearly something I didn't understand about that game, but both Jerry and I liked it. That's that hell of a deal. They also had 3 copies there, though. They donated.
That does
I think
help. Yeah.
we had 6, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. There
Actually,
must have
let
been
me check.
3 checked out when we got there.
Let me check. Let me see if the what the I've got the actual link to the library. Let me see. Where'd my mouse go?
You know what I don't care about? Let me think if I want to say this out loud. Anything with horrified as the first word.
Oh man, I love Horrified.
Just
I've only
don't
played the
care.
original one, and I think it is
Totally
a
with you.
cute game for the lighter crowd, and it does what it does well.
They're clearly doing something right. You know, like if I could design a game, I am actually in negotiations to buy some IP to do a light game, which I've never done before. That's not true. Hey, by the way, as a total side note, I created an online version of my very first published game from 2005, I think it was, a game called Coup d'etat, which took second place in an about.com board game design contest where the rules were stuff you have laying around the house. So it uses 1 deck of cards and 10 coins. I made it into an online version and you can play it. It's fully functional versus AI and multiplayer, 2-player at activemagicgames.com/coup d'etat. COUPDETAT. It's actually pretty cool.
Was that
Pretty
an
freaking
old
cool.
Hasbro game or something like that? Or an old
No, there
Parker
wasn't.
Brothers?
Yeah, coup d'etat. I mean, I chose the name coup d'etat, back in 20 some years ago. And you're right. There's 5 games named
There's an
coup
old
d'etat.
classic. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's actually pretty darn fun. I'm very
Cool.
quite proud of this. That's my first published game. It went in like a book, like one of those books where it's like, here are 100 games you can play with stuff laying around your house.
Only 100? Lame.
Whatever. I know. Whatever. Hey, don't come in, drop some kind of stupid shit, and then think I'm going to be nice to you. All right?
Why would you not be nice to me?
Come in here and start talking shit. Oh, 100 games, lame.
I mean, it's not like it's spring and autumn.
You're right. Where's my review of that?
I gotta look, man. I'm working on it.
You're off the
I
list.
I
You're off the
recorded.
list. We're in the list.
Yeah, we're not going to go
That's
back to
awesome.
that conversation. It was
That's
funny
fair.
the whole. I will say though,
Oh,
the whole
God.
time you were
I
talking about this,
I
where you're
wish-
going like,
I wish
they
you
don't
were
do a
here.
review because they're too busy or whatever. Well, they're off the list. I'm sitting here going, where is William tonight?
To be fair, I'm waiting to play it with you first.
Understood.
But I did 4 videos in the past 5 videos the past 2 days, and I'm like, oh, spring and autumn's looking at me. It's looking at me. I'm really trying to get to it. On a side note, I don't know if Lance is actually. Oh, he's there. Lance, Vampire Survivors is great.
It's a good
yeah,
game.
yeah, I know.
Like, I mean, look, I said when I did the preview, I was like, I would buy this, no questions asked.
Some
I
people
would
feel
really-
like we need to just give 100 copies away to a hot games room. It's the only way it'll be
Anyway.
successful.
Yeah, well, you should. Look, it's so good. It's so good. My friend was like, I need to cover. I was like, okay, I'm going to send you this copy. We're going to talk about it on the podcast. It's fantastic, Lance. It's so good. Everybody
Cool.
in the chat, buy it.
That's a good game.
Oh, poor Scott ran away from the.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's what.
Please take us with you.
No, the game is quite fun. I never want to play it again because I played it like 8,000 times. But you know,
Well,
I've
that's fair.
I've played it
What really,
8,001 times, and I'll play it still.
yeah, I
That
think
good.
what really makes it work is those achievements and unlocking the things. Like that's,
Fun.
yeah, it's like I played it several times and I recorded a playthrough, and the whole time I was playing, I was like, "Fuck, Lance is right. This is fun." Whole time.
I really enjoyed when, every day after we sold copies the previous day, we'd have somebody come back to the booth that had opened it up and played a game of it that night and came back and said, this felt like we were playing the video game.
yep,
Yep.
that was a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Um, you and Jerry did so much development to make sure that occurred. It shows.
Oh, are you muted, Lance? I'm not hearing him.
You
I'm
can't hear
hearing him.
me?
I
Oh,
hear you.
does everybody else hear Lance? Is it just me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just you, I guess.
Oh, I'm hearing stuff again.
How's school? There, William. How's the
You
grind?
know, it's just starting. We are still in kind of the first few days. It was picture day today, and they make all the English teachers deal with that, so we lose another day. It seems like my kids are mostly pretty cool. There's a big new rule at our district, state rule, but district's what the kids care about. No cell phones. Like they got to be off and away. And so we're going to see how that goes for the year.
Oof.
But I'm
The
excited for it because I can always say, hey guys, you can take them back out and have them at any time. But I have a feeling we're going to get a lot more work done.
the rules in my kid's school, obviously college, you're paying them, so they can't really tell you to not have them. But the rules from the high school here is you can have them at lunch, and but other than that, they have to be locked up in your locker. So you like in between classes, if you want to go check your phone quick, you can do that. But other than, and you can have them out at lunch, but you can't have them in study halls. You can't have them in day-to-day classes. And it's like if they catch you with it, the teacher takes it, and then you get it back at the end of class, and you're supposed to immediately like take it to your locker, and which they're not going to like send somebody like Gestapo and wow, but you're supposed to go back. If and then that's like, and it's not a like, oh, that's your first instance, and then and after, if you're good for a couple of weeks, you're fine. Second time, you're not even allowed to have it in your locker. Leave it at home. Like it's just and you can't have it. And if they catch you with a cell phone, third time they catch you with it,
They
it's
decapitate you.
no, it's a bring in the parents and suspended for one day. And if it happens again, it's like it'll be even lengthier. So
Oh,
it
that's
it's
intense. Yeah.
it
Like
is intense.
but good, like I cannot take a kid's cell phone. I can't grab it, I can't take it, but yeah, it's like a 5-step process. But so far the kids are pretty chill about it. Most of them just, you know, putting it away.
Well, I mean, and I see like people as like I've seen people say things like, oh, it's like, my kids need it because they need to have the ability to like, and I get it, right? And I and
One
I
in a
hate
thousand.
and
One in
I
a thousand.
and I hate the argument of like, well, when I was a kid, we didn't need it. Why is it all of a sudden now it's a big deal? It's like it's a different world. I mean, it's not the same. Yeah, I mean, I still remember in junior high there was the one phone you could use. You could dial 9 to get out, and there was the one in the hallway, and there'd be a line of kids all the time that would just sit there, and like it was like, and you were allowed 1 minute if you had to like call home. It was like, dial 9, call your parents. Yeah, school's out early, and you just come pick me up, that kind of thing. But that was it. I mean, a different world. So what are you supposed to do then if you catch somebody with the thing?
So it's a multi-step process. First one is you say, "Hey, Lance, stop being a dick." Then
I
it's
don't want to be a
Lance,
dick.
this is your official warning. You're being a dick. Then Lance, this is a referral to the admin, Scott. You're being a dick. And then after that, it's the admin Scott's supposed to deal with it. So it's if the admin does something, it's a thing.
It's a process.
It's a very slow process, but like whatever. It's given me the ability just to stay at the beginning of the year. Sorry, guys. I am a rule follower. This is the rule.
Do you have teachers that
I
don't bother? They're just like, whatever, I don't care. Have your
Oh
phone.
my God, the amount of teachers that are like, fuck it, I don't care is huge. Like there are teachers, so like we have the system called Canvas for our grades. I don't know if that's what you have, but like there's teachers that are like, oh no, 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 we're still going to use Google Classroom. Okay, dumbass, why are you doing that? And there's teachers that are like, no, 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 I still use a physical grade book like we had when we were in school. And then I take those grades and I transfer them to Google Classroom. And I take those grades and I transfer them to Canvas. And then when it's time for official grades, I transfer those to Infinite Campus or Classroom. I'm like, or just learn how to use Canvas. But they're like, no, no, you can't tell me what to do. I'm like,
Is it just
okay.
because they've been there forever? They don't want to do something different?
Yeah, yeah. So the teachers really don't want to learn new stuff, which is ironic, but also it's a little bit of survival because like we get so much nonsense we have to do. Like we have 6 hours of sexual harassment and other
Ugh.
harassment training we have to do every year. It's the same thing.
Especially
Like
we already know how to harass people. I don't understand why I
exactly,
need to be trained into
exactly.
how to do it.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like this first week because I can't actually teach anything because it's picture day and all that stuff. Like as they're in the classroom, I just turn the thing on, let it run, and then I take the test because I've taken it 14 times, every year, and I could just do it. It's a whole bunch of weird stuff we got to do. So that like I get why teachers don't want to learn the new stuff, but like and learn the new stuff in your life is easier. It's a weird thing. I didn't know I was going to go on a teacher rant tonight, but apparently I am.
Yeah, I
Apparently
mean,
you are.
so whenever I would, there's we did, my dad got older, so we stopped doing it. But for the longest time, we would do every year we do a fishing trip in Canada, and it was my dad, uh, my my older brother, my two younger brothers, and a bunch of my dad's friends, and then eventually my nephew started going too when he got older. But we would go, and my dad was a teacher, and he was still a teacher for a little while we were doing this trip, um, and uh, my brother's a teacher, my older brother's a teacher, and all of his friends are teachers, and so it would be like, and then me and my two younger brothers would be there, and all they do every night when we got done fishing and we're sitting around drinking beer by the fire and everybody's talking and getting drunk and chewing the fat. Um, all they sat around was complaining about this with the administration and this and the administration. It was like, and we had the three of us who had nothing to do with teaching, we had nothing to say about anything. They're just like, oh, well, in my district, it's this, and this. And I remember for me, it was like, it just sounded like the most miserable job in the world. It just like, having to like trying to do the right thing and trying to like, make things happen and then having to like, oh, and then like the administration doesn't want us to do this and we can't do this and we're fighting against the school board for this and and like the union is saying we got to make sure that we get this and it's just I was like I can't even comprehend like how.
Lance, let's put you right in the classroom because you get it.
Oh, it just sounded miserable. It just sounded absolutely miserable.
You know, teachers and actors, because I've done both those jobs extensively, give us a day and we'll tell you what's wrong with the day. And what we won't do is tell you the good things. But yes, there is so much nonsense around the teaching profession. And I try very hard not to spend my day complaining because, like, our asses are exhausting for real.
I I had a buddy who he worked as a uh like construction engineer. He worked that forever. That's what he did, and he made he made really good money. And then he said, I always wanted to be a teacher. And so he retired. Well, what he did was um uh he was like basically got his teaching degree so he could teach high school chemistry. And he retired from his job, and he's like, I'm gonna go teach because it's something. Because he volunteered to be like basically this robotics class coach. Like he would teach things about robotics at the school. He's like, you know what, I've always wanted to be a teacher, so let's go ahead and try to make this happen. And so then he went and uh he was a teacher for like 2 years. And he was like, yeah, this sucks, I'm out. And it wasn't the money or anything like that. It was just, yeah, I was like, was it like the grind, the kids? And he's like, no, it was all the other teachers. It was just like
Mhm.
I came in, and and this is one side of the story, right? But he said I came in and I was like super positive, and I wanted to be that teacher that made a difference, and like was energetic and like pushing to, like, trying to push the kids to, be excited about this, that, and the other thing. And the other teachers who had been there for decades or more hated me for it because
Mhm.
of who knows what reason. He said because I think I was making them look bad. I was like, I came in and like, and I was just like, and they were the ones. And so like, I mean, and after like, and like he would on like anytime he ever like screwed up anything, whether just whatever it was, if it was just something, and then again, one side of the story. But he would say, oh, it's like I didn't, file whatever this paperwork correctly by this date or whatever. And so then somebody reported him. And so somebody like, one of the one of the administrators come down. It's like, so what's going on? Why can't you get this done right? Why can't you do this? And it was like, and then he would always say, but like half of the teachers are doing it like this. Why are you coming down on me? It's like, well, we don't, nobody's reported anything about that. You're the one that we know about. And he just realized that like, and they just, so the other teachers basically hammered on him so much, basically until he quit. Until he was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm just gonna go back and make money and have a soulless corporate job again.
And that's legit. Like the amount of jaded teachers that are bitter is huge. And it's weird. Like, so that training I was talking about, this was actually a new thing this year. It was like, what's the most likely teacher to groom a child? And the answer was the one that's won a lot of teaching awards.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not an award winner.
I mean, and that
It,
makes sense, right? Because they're the ones that the kids are like, oh, they're taking an interest in me, and they're, you know, one of those things where, and so if, um, and all of a sudden, things. I mean, and that checks out because when I was in junior high, the my algebra teacher was, um, very much a he won awards, and he was like, and then all of a sudden one day we came to class, and it's like,
there's no
where's
more algebra teacher.
Whereas it's like, oh, we have like a sub today, and then it was just like, and then we had a sub the next day, and then all of a sudden the next day you got the newspaper, and there's the picture of the algebra teacher who had been caught doing things with the babysitter that he shouldn't have been doing. And it's just kind of like, oh, I guess he won't be coming back to school anytime soon. So
It's so crazy how all of that works. Like the stream. This is my last thing I'm going to talk about because this board game stream. But there was a teacher 2 or 3 years ago at my site who suddenly disappeared, and all the students like, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown, so and so was doing all these things, and he wasn't. There was a single angry student. Whatever, kids get angry. And dude was gone from August, end of August through the end of the year. And then he had to transfer because the school was like, yeah, we can't have you back. Even though all the students were like, yeah, we were angry, we made this thing up. It's crazy because you have that extreme, but then you also have the other extreme, like, yeah, your algebra teacher's definitely diddling his babysitter. And you got to believe both. It's crazy pants. Also, I've never won any awards, anybody on the stream. I'm safe. Lance isn't safe for me because I bring him alcohol, but that's
yeah.
it.
But no, I still to this day, I mean, I just think about that. And then it was also one of those things where, I mean, it, um, uh, it was one of those things where, he, uh, how do I even put this without being disgusting? Um, it was one
Let's
of
be
those things where,
disgusting. We all know.
well, like, of course, because it happened in like the late '80s, so that it wasn't as prevalent or whatever. But it was one of those things too where it was like, oh, we're keeping the person's name, the 14-year-old that was, or the
Mhm.
13-year-old, whatever it was. We're keeping which good, right? You're keeping that person's name out of the thing. But it was like one of like everybody knew who it was. Like everybody, and I was so, when I look back at it, nobody ever, like, as far as I know, there was a lot of people that got like toilet paper thrown in their trees and nasty things done. But it was like everybody just was like, everybody realized just how awful that situation was, and that person never, like, got, as far as I know, never got any sort of, like, shittiness. As kids are just shitty for the shitty reasons, right? So it's, um yeah, no. I mean, what a weird world. I mean, and now it would have been like theoretically big news. And from what I remember, like, he got like now, like, since it was like late '80s, I remember it was like, oh, like a year in prison and 2 years probation or something, which it was just like, it seems weird.
I
Now, I
mean,
mean,
that it like if I'm giving you that, that sounds terrible, but you're getting that. That doesn't sound very terrible.
yeah, I mean, I don't, who knows, right? It was a weird world, you know, growing up in that era or whatever. But it's, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, so sorry, stream. We went
Went to some
down a
dark,
weird.
dark
Yeah,
territory.
but you know what? Welcome to the beginning of the school year, folks. It is going to get better and better up until late April. It's going to start getting dark for me because I do teach seniors, so you know. But Aldi's back. Do we have a game tonight?
We already we already did it.
We
I'm
played it.
sorry. We played it. And
Ah,
Aldi was a runaway winner. I mean, I have one last backup initials that I just keep in my back pocket for when I don't have, like, when I don't want to, like, if I don't want to do one, and I have in my back pocket.
look, I'm 100% in for an initials. I'm just saying. But I can also just, bull crap because I've now monopolized 15 minutes.
I mean, I guess it's up to you guys if you want to use up my hard-earned efforts. And I mean, I didn't have a quiz tonight, which I felt bad, but I didn't have any internet to do it. So
I mean, but you will make another backup. So
yeah, I guess I will make another backup when I get a chance.
I don't think I'll stick around for that one. I think
For-
I should
wow, he does not respect
probably.
your backup.
Well, it's not that. It's that it is not early where I am, and I do
That's
have
fair.
to
That's
work
fair.
tomorrow.
It's only 11:30. What are you gonna turn into a pumpkin?
It's 12:30.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
my
You
time.
live in a weird time zone.
Yeah, the Eastern.
What, like the East Coast?
Oh, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh yeah, fuck
Still
off,
Eastern
Columbus. Fuck
I
off,
mean, but
Origins.
that's
Yeah.
barely even into the other time zone. It's like it's so like not really there. I guess in my
If he
opinion.
goes west 9 blocks, he's in the other time zone.
West 9 blocks. What?
If he walks 9 blocks to the west, he's in the other time zone.
Yeah.
Like if
Basically.
I have to explain it to you, Lance, it's not funny anymore.
No. Have
And
you guys
that's
ever been
just-
to that? Have you ever been to that spot where it's like it's the corner of where the four states meet, and you can say I'm in Arizona and I'm in I forget which states it is. It's four in the Southwest. It's like Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and somebody help me here.
It's not
Missouri?
Vegas, is it? Or Nevada, is it?
Yeah, I think it is Nevada. Yeah. And so you can just like you can walk and you can say, "Look, I'm here," and then look, I'm over here now, and look, I'm over here now. So
Yeah,
you
the
can.
very Dave Chappelle from Men in Tights. That's a
What?
deep cut, y'all. No, nobody gets
That is
it.
a super deep cut. I I don't even know what that's from, and I can't attend to it like, and I remember that
Because
movie.
Dave Chappelle, he's like, he's gonna fight on the bridge. Robin Hood and Dave Chappelle's like, step over the creek. I'm on the east bank. I'm on the west bank. East.
Got
Go
it.
watch the movie, everybody. Good Lord.
I've seen it, but I forgot.
Shame on you. Scott Demers, you know what I'm talking about, right?
About men in tights. Yes, one of my favorite things is to run around in tights. Why do you ask?
Ah.
You know what? You just went down a spot on my stack of games to cover, Scott.
Good
Well, with that note, I am gonna bail.
All right, night, Jerry.
night, sir.
Good night, Jerry.
See you guys. Thanks for having me.
Scott, I am gonna text you tomorrow. I really want to set that up, by the way.
Okay. Yep. Hey, let me just say something. I had your brother kind of walk me. I'm a backer at the highest level of his Kickstarter campaign, right?
Good
Stellar-
job.
Stellar
Or shame on you.
Ventures.
One of the two.
Yeah, no. It's like you had told me that it had aspects of kind of that East India Company, kind of the whole things in transit and whatnot. He walked me through the game, and I got to tell you, I'm so excited. My buddies are gonna love that game. And
Thank God. I thought you were about to be like,
you son
go
of a
fuck
bitch,
yourself, Brown.
ship me back my spring and autumn, you lazy piece of garbage. No, I'm actually really excited, and I like a lot of the things he did in that game, and so it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it's really tight, which I also like.
It really, like, I've played 5 players on TTS. We all knew how to play.
Yep.
But an hour and 15 minutes, 5 players.
Yep, that's pretty sweet.
I mean,
that might even get Aldi to the table for that in his preference for light games.
Which one?
Lunar Rush.
Lunar Rush. Yep. It looks really cool.
I'd be into it.
Well, late pledge on that, buddy.
Yeah.
Bring the copy.
I know. It's like
Aldi,
everything leads back to trying not to trigger Lance. You missed that nice conversation, William. It's
Sorry,
like
I was here
I
last week. I know what's happening.
This is 2 weeks in a row where
I know,
Scott
right?
just
I know.
wants to
Like
just-
I'm never coming back.
just-
I'm never coming back.
he just
I'm off
wants
the
to egg me
but
on.
at the same
that's
time-
all
I'm
he
gonna
wants.
be off the list.
Aldi, shut your trap, because let me tell you, everybody, Vampire Survivors is so good.
So
All right,
It's so good.
I would have really liked
Let's-
to have played it in the BGG hot games room.
I'm sure many people would have liked to.
Look, everybody go just put. Could they still late pledge Lance? How's that going right now? I don't even know.
You can still late pledge, but it's closing like imminently.
Go late pledge, y'all.
All right,
It's so
we'll
good.
do another initials.
Big and deep.
Initials are PM.
PM. Oh shit. Post mortem. There's my first answer.
Better-
PM.
Hold up.
Oh, Aldi has to burn down some rainforest to get some potential answers.
Item number 1, Cluner
Not
1.
sure what that means.
Your AI, Jesus Christ. The
Oh,
best
yeah.
jokes are the ones you have to explain.
In the most
Right.
modern sense, this term was first used in the 18th century.
Will.
Go for it, William.
Post mortem.
Eh.
Damn it.
Clue number 2. One of these appeared in the 2001 movie Zoolander. Clue number 3. One of these appeared in the 2017 movie Darkest Hour.
Got
Aldi was first.
Prime Minister?
Is correct.
Correct.
Well done. Aldi off to a big lead.
What was the?
Did
I don't remember.
anybody see Darkest Hour?
I never saw it.
Like, I feel like it must have been good because of the actors in that.
Yeah.
Hey, all you got to do is watch the Stephen Colbert interview with the actor with Gary Oldman, where he adds farts to Gary Oldman's scenes, like as Dracula and as Winston Churchill in the subway. And it's if you see that, you've seen the movie.
That man is a genius, Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, it's wonderful. All right. Anyway, next clue.
Number 1. M.C. Escher's 1925 piece Dream featured one of these. Clue number 2. The first word is often skipped. Clue number 3. Early civilizations considered them to have supernatural powers. Scott
Praying
Demers.
mantis.
Praying mantis is correct. Well done. Have you ever seen one?
Who just says mantis?
Have you ever seen one in like, yeah, they're creepy. They're very creepy.
like this whole thing.
Yeah, and they're not. I mean, they're like this big, you know. So I mean, they're even like a larger bug, but they're still creepy.
Weirdly earlier today I watched a video of one catch a hummingbird at a feeder.
Yeah, fuck you, hummingbird! How dare you?
Kinda, right?
Lance, I'm not going to explain my train of thought how I got here. How much weight is your son lifting now?
What did he do? He did
so much weight.
It's a lot. For a 14-year-old, definitely.
Dude,
I mean,
shut up. None of us is lifting that much weight.
It was 298 combined. He just went, hold on, Caleb.
This is the best part.
Wait, what?
I was just because I see Lance's pictures
my buddy
of his
William
kid
wants
lifting.
to know. He saw your videos of the last lift, your personal records. What were the lifts again? Do you remember?
I have it in my middle.
Hold on, he's gonna tell me here in just a second. It was 200. I mean, they do it in kilos because it's Olympic. So so I know that the Anglican, it was like.
So just multiply it by 2.2 for those of you following along at home.
Simmer down, Demers.
Yeah, simmer down.
I mean, he's also right, but you know.
I got 58 kilos for snatch and 73 for clean and jerk.
58 and 73 for kilos, snatch and clean and jerk. So take your 2.2
Stick.
pounds.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So the cleaner, that's the one where it's like pulls it
The
to here and
snatch
then
is this
shoves
one
it up.
move. Snatch is one move. Clean and jerk is when you get it to here and then you pump it up.
Yeah.
The cool thing is that I mean, he didn't realize this. What are you looking at me? Hey, are we watching another episode of that tonight?
Maybe.
What are you going on?
I might be going to bed.
Oh, because you're tired?
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay awake.
What did I realize?
What?
What did I not realize?
That when you did your first clean and jerk, like whatever that weight was, I don't remember what it was, but your buddy who's like a junior, Hunter,
Yeah.
he was like, dude, that's too light for you. Like he was just like, whoa, it's like go up, because like yeah, you didn't even notice it, but he was just like,
No, I heard him.
oh, okay, yeah.
He is a sophomore. He was an eighth grader when I was a seventh grader.
Okay, so he's 1 year ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. There's a guy
Holy
that
shit, he's a freshman. Your kid's a freshman?
yeah, he's a freshman.
And he's like 200 pounds?
So no, so the guy that the guy that Hunter or whatever like yeah, he was like the first clean and jerk. He was just like, what are you doing? He's like, you got to go higher because like he was just way too. Anyway, he really likes it. He probably do you like it more than football or about the same? Caleb, he's already Minecraft.
He's done. He's gone.
Done. I think he likes them both equally. So
Whatever. I love the Proud Papa post so much.
Oh, he's a good kid. Way better than that, college kid I have.
Now, which kid was at Gen Con?
That was Ross, my college age kid, who's
Gotcha.
only yeah, he drives. His whole goal is to just see, can I drive my dad crazy? Probably because he's just like me. So when you put two of us together, you just like Time Cop, he put two things together at the same time. It doesn't work. Anyway,
If it helps, 75% of my seniors that I teach are like that. They're like, "Hey, Mr. Brown, would this piss off my parents?" I'm like, "Probably." Like, I want to do that. I was like, "Maybe don't."
maybe don't do that. Anyway,
All right, PM. Here we go.
Is a 2018 Taraji P. Henson film.
Hold
0 out of
on.
10 for that horrible pronunciation.
Clue number 2 appeared on Bayou Country. Clue number 3. Elvis used to perform this. Clue number 4. Left a good job in the city. Clue number 5. Was a signature song of Tina Turner.
Scott.
Demers.
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
All right. I
Keep on
am
burning.
going to make some damn initials because I am too young for these goddamn initials.
Mary, keep on burning. Anyway.
Clue number 1. He was investigated by the FBI in 2014. Number 2. In college, he was connected to the colors maroon and gold.
Scott. Oh, this
Go
is
for it.
terrible.
God damn it.
Paul Molitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a terrible guess.
Okay, who the hell is Paul Molitor,
He
Scott?
played for the Twins, and I assumed he
Well,
went
he
to
was
the
also the
university.
Twins. He was also Twins manager, but he mostly played for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yep.
He got his 3,000th hit as a Twin, however.
He's from Minnesota.
He is from Minnesota. Clue number 3. His nickname comes from something he shares with approximately 10% of the world's population. Ooh. Is that the giveaway you're looking for? No? Okay. Clue number 4. Appeared as himself in the 1996 movie Tin Cup.
Aldi must be tired.
Oh, got it.
Clue number 5. He is often seen celebrating wearing a jacket.
I mean, I know what it could be. I just don't know the name.
Final clue. This famous golfer has frequently battled a tiger.
I'm going to be so angry when you tell us the answer, but I don't have
5,
it.
4, 3, 2,
Oh, I don't know
1.
this.
Oh, Aldi. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson. He's left-handed.
He's a lefty, which is the 10% clue.
And his nickname is
so angry.
Lefty.
I figured that. I just didn't know his name.
I can't believe I couldn't remember Phil Mickelson.
Clue number 1.
You're too young.
Has hosted Saturday Night Live.
Will.
I'm not
Go
guessing.
for it.
Paul McCartney.
Damn.
No.
You're just
That's a
waiting for that
forbearance.
one, trying to
No,
get
I
it.
wasn't.
That's a
It just came
forbearance.
to me, and I'm like, that should be right.
Number 2. Voiced a cartoon bull in the 2017 movie Ferdinand. Clue number 3. Has a connection to Omaha. Clue number 4. Has appeared in numerous commercials and hosts a show with his brother.
Aldi. Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is correct. Hosted the Mannings or whatever. They watch the football games.
I didn't know he was a voice of.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I try to get the rare weird things out there.
Yeah.
I got one. Aldi's got one. Scott's got 2. William. Shaking my head at you. Clue number 1. This movie partially takes place underwater.
Scott.
Go for it.
How dare you?
Phantom Menace.
Wow, that's a pull. That's a
That is a
pull. A big swing and a win. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, just
Nice.
so, just it's sad and yeah.
I like Phantom Menace.
You know what? That
I'll
lightsaber
take it.
fight
Out of all
is
of the
on
Star Wars
point.
movies, it's probably my least. or my
I
most
Least
favorite
hated.
of all.
I will say, and I will say
Beyond
this.
the trilogy.
I'll say this over and over again. The most amazing thing that movies 7, 8, 9 did, they made movies 1, 2, 3 look good.
Like the renaissance those movies have had, and now individually, I will say 7. I think it's probably better than 1, 2, and 3.
No,
Any of them.
go back and watch it. They
It's a
basically just do
rehash.
Star. They just do
It's a
Star Wars again.
rehash. Yeah, it is. Oh man, but like number 2 is so bad.
You know what's great about 1, 2, and 3 is that they
Nothing.
put Red Letter Media on the map, and that is one of my favorite YouTube channels. Those guys, they do a really good job.
Yeah,
What?
that whole like Mr. Plinkett.
They've
analysis-
dropped it. I mean, they dropped the Mr. Plinkett thing, and they've steered into the world
But
of.
the Mr. Plinkett thing that existed at one point.
Oh yeah, when they did the Mr. Plinkett thing, they that was how they got it started. And but it was like, but it was a really, it was good. I mean, I remember everybody said, "Have you seen the basically the review of Phantom Menace that's as long as the movie?" And it was just like, and it was, I mean, the Plinkett character and everything like that. But they pretty much just dropped the Plinkett character. They just moved on with stuff. But anyway, clue number 1 was briefly seen in the 2009 film Bruno.
Nobody watched that, Lance. How dare you?
Oh yeah. Well, clue number 2 appeared in the 2017 movie Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales. Clue number 3 is part of a famous urban legend.
Scott,
Scott Demers.
I don't think he's dead. Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney
Oh my
is
God.
correct.
I gave that to
Paul
you. I get half a
McCartney.
point. Kabuki Kid, give me half a point for that.
So there's an episode of The Simpsons when Paul McCartney guest voices.
Yeah, and Lisa becomes a vegetarian forever.
Lisa becomes a vegetarian, and he says, I forget what the name of the song is. He's like, actually, when I wrote the song, whatever it is, with my wife. There's actually a hidden in the background. There's a really good recipe for a lentil soup, and then they play that song like for the closing credits, and they're like, and then when it gets to like the refrain, you just hear this. Take 4 cups of that and add it to. You can actually hear it.
That's pretty good.
It is. It's so good. Back when they actually tried, and it was funny. All right. Clue number 1 was born April Fool's Day, 1949, in Connecticut, or as I like to say, Connecticut. Yeah, it's a fun thing to say. Being anyway. Clue number 2 has connections to Gerald Ford, Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, and Bob Dole.
Bob Dole.
Clue number 3. In 1980, he co-founded a lobbying firm.
I mean, he's an asshole because he did that, but
Aldi.
Go for it.
Paul Manafort.
Yes, Paul Manafort. I thought that was going to be too. I thought this is the one where they're going to say Paul Manafort. What the hell are you? No, what the hell?
That's good. That's a good one.
As soon as you said that all day, I was like, "Oh, fuck you, Lance."
Unfortunately, I know the name.
Yeah, I thought that for sure he was going to be one that was just going to be way too out there, but he got pardoned, by the way.
Of course he did.
We know.
That's how you know he's guilty.
Well, and that's one of those things too, where it's like, oh, and he was fined a bunch of money, but he didn't have to pay the fine either because he got pardoned. It was just like, it's if the penalty for a crime is a fine,
You're fine.
No. I mean, I mean, not to get off on a tangent, but like, if you ever have a situation where it's like the penalty for a crime is a fine, it only matters to poor people.
Yep.
because
That's what I
it-
was also saying. Like if you're doing a crime, the penalty is a fine. You are fined.
yeah, it's like, oh, we caught you speeding. It's a $60 ticket. Yeah, I don't care. I have $60. I sneeze and that comes out of my pocketbook. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I think it's Sweden that they do. So like speeding tickets is based on your income. It's a percentage,
Yeah.
and man, I love that.
That is great, but that would never pass here because rich people make the rules. But anyway,
Well, I mean, obviously, like I mean, we would all vote against that because that's anti-American,
Yep.
obviously.
all right.
Let's do next clue.
Clue number
Go for
one. Yeah, I know it's getting close to midnight. Time to wrap it up, I suppose. Clue number one debuted in 1980. Clue number two was a social phenomena. Clue number three appeared with Adam Sandler in a 2015 film.
That has to be that Western movie.
Clue number four fruit is a major part of their diet.
Fruit, you said?
Yep. Clue number five
Aldi.
Aldi, go.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is correct. Clue number five was
That's
believes in ghosts.
That's actually a really cool
Leaves and
and fun
Ghosts.
puzzle right there.
Let's go.
Well
That's
done.
that. What the hell? What was that movie called?
Pixels.
I never saw it. I wanted to watch
Yeah,
that actually.
nobody saw it. It looked terrible.
It was not funny. Evan,
What up?
you're once again catching the tail end. The initials are PM. We're on like we got 5 left, so
Okay.
you can dive in.
Easy come, easy go.
You can
where
still
you
win.
wanna go.
You can still win, and you can beat William, who's been here the whole time and he hasn't got a point yet. So, clue number one is dead.
See, that's where it wouldn't be Paul McCartney.
Mm.
Mm.
Clue number two. In 1990, clue number two. In 1988, was connected to wishes.
Oh, do I go old school on this one?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Clue number three. In 1992, was connected to baseball. Clue number four. Her first name is Carol.
I'm just glad Evan's younger than me, so I know he doesn't know this.
Clue number five. Her brother's name is Gary.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall
Marshall.
is correct.
Okay, so speaking for Evan and I, who the fuck is Penny Marshall?
Directed a bunch of movies. She
One of the
played
best directors
Laverne,
of all time.
Laverne and Shirley. Hello, Lavoine. Hello, Shoyle.
You never watched Laverne and Shirley?
I
No?
did watch
No,
Laverne and
dude,
Shirley.
I was like 7.
I watched Laverne and Shirley. I just didn't know the actors' names.
Shut up,
Watch,
Evan.
League of Their Own.
League of Their
She
Own.
directed
League of Their
League of Her Own.
has-
Big.
Oh my gosh.
think.
Oh,
Okay,
Big was great,
okay,
too.
all right. Big,
Right?
Big. See, Scott did this right. League of Their Own and Big, those are
Jumpin' Jack Flash, which
top
is
tier. Now
I
you lose
really
me.
liked-
Awakenings.
I really like Jumping Jack Flash.
League of
Never
Their
saw that
Own.
one.
League of Their Own was so many good and funny, great moments. I mean, Tom
was good.
Hanks. The scene where
There's no crying in baseball.
No, I mean like just the scene where like he first shows up there and he's all drunk and he's just like, and here's the manager of the Rockport Peaches, Hall of Famer Jimmy Dugan. He's like comes out and he's all like, everybody's applauding. He's like, hey, yeah, hey. He's talking over, yeah, you can kiss my ass. You can kiss my ass. And he's like, hey, Jimmy, yeah, you. He takes off his hat, but you can kiss my ass.
It's a great movie. It's a
then
great movie.
Has the line where he says,
Next clue. Next clue.
Hey, simmer the fuck down, Demers.
Very, very quickly. Jimmy, good game today. Yeah, I particularly liked how you scratched your balls throughout the entire 7th inning. Well, any job worth doing is worth doing well.
That's exactly right.
Clue number 1 was released November 2nd, 1973.
8 years before I was born. Just saying.
Oh, I think I know this. I'm gonna wait for one more clue, but
no. Fuck you, Scott. Do it, Scott.
Do it.
I called it.
no.
Evan, call Scott. Say Scott.
Clue number 2.
Scott.
Clue number 2 is
Scott.
often heard. Clue number 2. Scott Ollie, go. You call it up. Clue number 2 is often heard poorly at closing times at bars.
That I didn't guess.
Number 3. Rolling Stone ranked this number 421 on their 500 greatest songs of all time.
Scott,
Scott Demers.
sing us a song. You're the piano man.
Yes.
Sing
That's
us a
excellent.
song
All right, so-
tonight.
Fun fact about that song.
By
it's
the way,
a
that's the
goddamn.
poorly part.
No, it was good. It's a fucking limerick.
Is it?
Sing us a song of the piano man. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. The
I think
whole
I think
the whole
you gotta go
fucking song.
higher.
I think I told this
eyebrows.
to you guys I saw Paul McCartney in concert. Not Paul McCartney. I saw Billy Joel in concert. And it's one of those things where it's like, so he left, concert's over, everybody yells and yells and yells, and he comes out for his encore, and like, yeah, I think he played a couple of songs, and he's like, "Thank you, Fargo, you've been amazing. Thank you so much, and he left, and then the people are with her getting up. I was like, "Where are you going?" And they're like, "What? He hasn't played Piano Man yet."
Yeah, he's not
Mhm.
going anywhere.
And sure enough, here he comes out, and he's like, "You got time for one more song, Fargo?" Yeah.
The level of rage that I would have if I paid for Billy and didn't hear Piano Man.
I was just like, I mean, are you insane? Like, we haven't heard like, yeah,
Like, no, like there are hits taken out on him if he does not play Piano Man.
yeah.
Probably true.
Clue number 1. He is known more for his first name than his last. Clue number 2. Was born in 1950 in Oklahoma.
Glad Oklahoma did something well.
Please.
Clue number 3. Is one of the highest paid celebrities in the world. Clue number 4. Is a prolific author. Clue number 5. It could be said he owes Oprah Winfrey his
Scott.
career. Scott Demers.
Do you want me to say his real name, or do you want me to say?
Yeah, I need his full name. His
PM,
Oh,
buddy.
it's Phil name, huh? Well, maybe it's
PM, motherfucker.
yeah, because it's Dr. Phil, and his name is
5,
Phil
4,
McGrew. Phil McGraw. Phil Mc. Is Phil.
Pick one. Pick
Phil
one.
McGraw.
Phil McGraw. is correct. Well done.
Phil, I'm a super dick bag,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Yes. All right.
which would also be accepted. I feel.
Yeah, I would have said Phil. Phil is a super dick bag. I would have accepted that. All right, we
I
got
just care
two
to say,
left.
what was the last clue for Dr. Phil?
Phil is a giant dick bag. No.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
This Psychologist TV talk show debuted in 2002.
Yeah. The McGraw thing that makes that one hard.
Yeah. McGruff, take a bite out of crime.
Take a
Anyway,
bite out of crap.
What a great commercial. Those commercials are great. I love
McGruff,
that.
McGruff.
I'm McGruff. Take a bite out of crime.
Yeah.
Fred McGriff, the Hall of Fame baseball player. Curry Puckett called him the crime dog because it was, instead of McGruff, it was McGriff, and it stuck with him. Crime dog, Fred McGriff. Anyway, number one was seen in the movie Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh, the worst of them. And you know what? Fuck you if you say Beverly Hills Cop 3 is the worst. Kiss my ass.
Number
That
two.
movie's great. And whatever the fuck the amusement park was
I love the fact
Great
you're just like,
America.
shut the fuck up so we can do this puzzle and I can go to bed.
No, shut up, Demers. Great
Clue
America
number
is
two.
where the holiday
Better
was,
get a-
the
start working
amusement
on
park
that
was
review.
filmed.
Clue number two. Is located in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles.
Oh, because that was so much better, Demers.
DeBerg? What? Clue number three.
He's
Artie
random.
DeBerg.
Opened in 1927.
What the fuck are you talking about, Lance? Holy crap.
Clue number four is over 20,000 square feet. Clue number five includes a waterfall, an aviary, and a famous grotto.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Oh,
Playboy Mansion.
Fuck.
There you go.
Playboy Mansion. It all comes
Yep.
down to this. We have one left.
The
We have
Playboy
Scott Demers
Mansion.
and Aldi tied at 6. Everybody else is playing spoiler. They have to share the victory if either of them get this.
I'm okay for the share.
The Playboy Mansion scene in Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Two.
They made a third one.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 is great.
I don't remember.
Clue
Number 4, if you love the others, watch it.
Can you mute William?
Scott,
Number
I'm
one.
not covering your game for 7 years.
You haven't covered my game.
Clue number one.
Love you.
Many include a storyline.
Anything.
Clue number two. Almost always have 4 legs. Clue number three. Has a connection to the rock band The Who.
Aldi.
For the win.
Killing me. Pinball machine. Pinball machine.
Pinball machine is
There you go.
correct.
You know what? There's no way I was going to beat you on that one, Aldi.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah,
What were the first
It took me a minute.
clues on that one?
Includes a storyline. Because like a lot of them have.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
the next one was often include ramps.
Yeah.
Includes plungers, bumpers, and targets.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
need scoop.
Damn, it is so freaking obvious once you know the answer.
Once you know the answer. All right, let's call it out. People are tired. But Aldi or anybody, if they want to do a little quick after boom, I do have something to say.
I am here.
That's
I'm
tea
here
to
for it.
I'll stick around for a while.
All right, everybody.
Hey,
Good night.
Good, Scott, because I want to schedule with you.
Okay.